This week we learned that sometimes the answer is to just say yes to drugs as we discuss the 1998 sci-fi horror, The Faculty. Hello and welcome to the Bloody Bits Horror Show. I am your host, Eddie, the Axe Jefferson, and joining me as always, the guy who got pissed off at every cover song, Tim Yobo. How are you doing today, good sir?
You know, I'm listening to it, I'm like, yo, that fucking sounds like Pink Floyd, The Wall, Part 3. What the fuck? And then, oh, yeah. But I bet you, Candice, this is like one of Candice's favorite fucking soundtracks.
Yeah, she has this soundtrack.
And I listened to it yesterday.
I knew it, Tim, and you teased it, but we are not alone. No, we are joined by the one who would have been in Jon Stewart's class looking at that field turd. It's Candice.
Damn right. I want to discover a new species.
What the fuck?
I mean, Candiceus clapitis.
How the fuck? Every student's in there and they care? What the fuck? Okay, we'll get
Everyone,
to it.
just the ones who are pertinent to the story.
Well, Usher was in there.
Oh my God, young Usher.
Baby
All right, well,
Usher.
we'll get to it. So here we are at the beginning of February. We were going to do, what was the first idea? Headuary, yeah, movies for people who get high.
But then I forgot about it, so now we're doing this, right?
Yeah, but then we forgot about it. Yeah, so we're doing this. No, Candice, you came up with a good idea, which is we have a bunch of movies we've been talking about we need to cover one day. So why don't we just do that?
Yeah. It's a great idea.
That's a lot of different movies, though, we could do.
It's like a spring cleaning.
Yeah, no, that's why it's fun.
Yeah. That's why it's fun, Tim. We'll never run out of them. For sure. All right.
Kind of fun.
Never running out of it. Tim, and you're on record for loving fun.
That's right. I think I said it in one of my original podcasts. So, and I haven't deviated from that. I still, listen, now I'm getting older. I enjoy fun.
Ah, okay. That's better then. It's a little more responsible.
I can appreciate it.
You're able to dose your fun responsibly. That's good.
Too much fun is no good.
That's true. Now, before we get to the fun of this movie, Candice, what have you been consuming this week?
Man, I've actually done a lot of reading about venereal diseases.
Okay.
So
Candice, you're not going to be able to convince your husband, no matter how stupid you may think he is, that you got it from a book.
Got these sores on my fingers. It's weird.
It's reading, and all of a sudden, maybe I got like the hypochondriac VD, right?
No, I was listening to Patient Zero, A Curious History of Diseases That Affect the World.
Okay.
And there was a huge section on gonorrhea and syphilis. Had no idea
how big guys,
yeah, I had no idea how common that was back in the day, and I'm talking like 200-300 years ago.
Candice, what do you mean? How do you not? People weren't using anything when they fucked,
and they were fucking like crazy too.
There was nothing else to do but fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And they were just passing VD to each other left and right.
Yeah, you need a lot of kids to work the field and something to do when it gets dark.
And then it talked about how in old people communities in Florida, like VD is catastrophically high.
Yeah,
because they're like, well, I can't get pregnant. Don't bother using a condom. It's like I might die tomorrow, so who cares if I get syphilis?
Syphilis takes 8 years untreated before it really gets you.
And it depends. Only 1/3 of people actually die from it.
Poor Al Capone.
He was unlucky. But
did he get Epsteined, Al Capone?
No, he died from his syphilis.
Yeah, he wasn't killed by Hillary Clinton.
But the thing is that he could have been cured, but he was so embarrassed by having syphilis that he never got the penicillin shot that would have cleared it up. It was just one shot.
That's the Al Capone story for real? Because, I always heard that, he just went crazy.
No, he honest to God had syphilis, and he had the tertiary syphilis because he let it go untreated for years.
You got it in his ass?
Not turd, tertiary.
Okay.
And then
cushionary.
I was reading that the Knife Man book about John Hunter, and
Yeah, did he have syphilis?
He gave himself gonorrhea and syphilis.
You can give yourself STDs? I'm fucked.
Get this. He cut.
Tim, we're fucked.
This is one of those fucking Mormon things, right? This is where you get caught cheating, and you're like, no, wait, God told me I could have multiple girlfriends and wives. No, I gave myself gonorrhea. Go ahead, Candice.
He put in his, because he loved doing experiments, and if he couldn't find a willing subject, he would experiment on himself. So he took like the pustule pus from the sores, and then he like cut the head of his penis and put the stuff in there, and then like over time he would just like document his symptoms and his treatments that he used because he was trying to find a good cure for it.
I don't trust that guy. I don't care what he says. I have no faith in a guy who's going to get something called a pusticle and then cut the head of his penis.
But Tim, you don't. But Tim, that man went down in history. He's in the Guinness Book of fucking morons.
Get this.
There's a disease named after him.
He was trying to figure out if gonorrhea and syphilis were the same disease or if they were different, because the popular theory at the time was that it was the same, that if you left gonorrhea untreated, it would turn into syphilis.
Okay.
Because they didn't understand, how viruses worked.
They thought it was like Pokemon.
And the thing is that most people had both. So that's why. And so he was like, oh, well, I wrote these papers about this subject, this anonymous subject who was infected with gonorrhea, and it turned into syphilis, so they're clearly the same. And it wasn't until like 50 years later that got disproven.
Jesus.
Because nobody else is willing to cut the head of their dick to disprove that.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, okay, dude, I believe you.
There are very few things I'm willing to cut my dick to prove. So
he thought that he was just infecting himself with gonorrhea, but come to find out he got both, because gonorrhea doesn't give you.
He still had to make a decision to cut the head of his penis, Candice.
That's very true, and he did it. Yeah. And he painstakingly wrote everything he experienced, and it was fucking disgusting.
You never learn about him in grade school. It's always the guy with the peanuts and the cotton gin.
We need to learn about the guy who gave himself syphilis and gonorrhea.
Yeah. Never learn about that. That reminds me of the guy that gave himself the ulcer by drinking the bacteria to prove.
Yes, I was just listening about him in that
crazy.
book. Because they didn't believe that a virus could give you ulcers, and they didn't believe a virus could give you cancer.
So that's some man shit right there. Oh, yeah, I'll prove it.
Yeah.
This is why
I'll cut the head of my dick. Wait, what are you going to do? I'll swallow a virus and cut a hole in my stomach?
Yeah.
What are you going to cut a hole in? I don't know. My head? Let's see if we can get some brain surgery thing going on.
This is why we die 10 years earlier. Fucking
that's another thing that I read, is that the Darwin, the Darwin Awards, 85% of those are men.
Of course.
Men are much more likely to do stupid shit to get themselves killed than women are.
No, we're dumb.
Well, they're trying to impress the women. That's why they're getting killed, right?
Not even trying to impress the women, just trying to make a point.
Yeah, like giving yourself gonorrhea and syphilis.
Right.
I am not getting a COVID vaccine.
Yeah.
I'm going to shoot at that balloon. I don't care where the bullets have to come down.
Oh, the fucking balloon.
I was waiting for that to come up.
Yeah.
Well, it's already up there. Well, I mean,
no, it's down now. Don't worry about it. Well, that's great. That's so you've been learning about STDs. Plausible deniability, Candice.
Yeah, I like that, yeah. She got, you know what, Candice, give him a double whammy. Tell him you got it while reading that book on the toilet seat.
Oh.
And I was reading it out loud to people at work, too. I'm popular.
I bet they loved that.
How is that not getting reported to HR?
This is, yeah.
They were actually interested. They were like, whoa, that's crazy. They're like, what's the name of this book? And now they're going to buy it.
Oh, that's good. Hey, you know what? You're doing more for STD education in Missouri.
The STD, yeah. She's married,
system.
so she had to find another way to spread. Now she's just spreading awareness of it.
Right. Like I said, you're doing more than the public education's doing down there.
Very
so that's
true.
awesome. What about you, Tim? What have you been consuming, my friend?
Well, I have two things. I'll try to make it quick.
Okay.
Paul T. Goldman.
Okay.
Do you know that name?
He's my lawyer.
No.
Oh, if he's your lawyer, Candice, you're in trouble.
Just sounds
Mike
like a
from the
lawyer
Grindbin
name.
turned me on to it. It's a documentary. I think it's 6 episodes. I think it's on Peacock
Okay.
or whatever. It's going to be on the Blood Bank. Don't worry. See, you
Yeah.
know what's great about the Blood Bank, Eddie? And this is just off the top of my head.
What's that?
You don't have to worry about what. You don't have to tell somebody, like, oh, you got to watch this episode of this. You got to, watch The Last of Us. Oh, what's that on? Oh, HBO Max. Oh, you got to watch this. What's that on? Oh, that's on Stars. Oh, what's that? Oh, that's on Netflix. It's all in the Blood Bank, right?
It can be, yeah. For
Eventually, right?
Eventually, it finds its way there. Yes.
Yeah. This is a documentary about a man who wrote a book called Duplicity.
Okay.
And that book is about how his second wife, not the first Russian mail order bride that he married and had a son with, but his second wife turned out to be a complete con artist, tried to steal all the money that she could off of him,
Okay.
had this guy at one point. Candice, listen to this scam. Listen to this. I was like, you know what, lady, hats off. She had this guy paying her health insurance by writing a check, and her health insurance was Blue Cross Blue Shield, but she told him to make the check out to BCBS
Mm-hmm.
and then send it to this address.
Okay.
Okay.
Did she have an LLC?
Can you send a check to Blue Cross Blue Shield with the initials of Blue Cross Blue Shield?
No.
You have to spell that out. And at one point, he questions it, and the way that she answers way too quickly with like, well, the insurance company called and said that this happened, this is wrong. He's like, I just mailed it yesterday. How did they get it? Put it through the bank, find out that this is wrong, and then get back to you and all this stuff. And just all these red flags.
Yeah.
And this whole thing is getting involved with the FBI, Interpol, because he claims that she turns out to be not only just a scam artist, but a leader of the world's largest prostitution trafficking scheme in America.
Sounds like a
Jesus.
keeper.
With this other guy and with all these other people, and FBI are involved and all this other stuff. And what is brilliant about this is throughout the 6 episodes, while he's doing it, it's almost like it's a combination of, Eddie, you watched the rehearsal, right?
Yeah.
With Nathan?
Yeah.
Okay. Candice, did you watch it?
First episode.
Okay, same exact thing. There's a scene where he's telling his story, and the director wants to recreate the scene that he's telling. So he gets this guy, Paul T. Goldman, not his real name. He just thinks that sounds better than his real name.
Okay.
Is it Eddie
To
Jefferson?
reenact it with an
No.
actress who's supposed to be his first wife that he ordered through the Russian catalog, who had a son with him. And that's not working out. But, oh, guess what? You know, his wife, he invited his wife and son there to watch them record. So why not? Let's do a scene with your ex-wife while you're. The way that they blur the lines between what's going on in this documentary is really just incredible.
Interesting.
So I definitely recommend it. Paul T. Goldman. I think it's on Peacock. It's definitely going to be on the Blood Bank. And the other thing that I have been devouring is Noobs with my new Smurf account on NHL.
You piece of shit. You
No,
slimy bastard.
no, Candice, I told you. Right now, in this fucking game, everybody's doing fucking steroids, okay? And for me and my friends to compete, we have to fucking do steroids too. So my balls are shrinking to play this fucking game. Every fucking buddy is doing this.
I know, and it's not a good practice.
Except for one person I know, but let's not get into that.
Although you will get banned if you get caught doing it.
Well, I just created another account. Who cares?
Well, then they block your IP address.
I just put it on my VPN.
That's fair. That's true. You
He's
got
got
your
you
set.
there,
You're good to go.
No, it's literally bullshit because we've been playing hockey, and all of a sudden, when the playoffs started, all these fucking clubs who had level 1s, level 2 players, and we're like, oh shit, what the fuck? How the fuck are they even have a club with all their levels? And we get into the game with them, and these motherfuckers are doing behind the back passes. They're playing like the fucking Harlem Globetrotters.
Oh, God.
I'm like, wait a second, you're a fucking level 3? How the fuck did that
Dickheads.
happen?
Yeah.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God. I hate
But
people
yeah,
who do
they've
that
ruined the
shit,
game,
dude.
and we like to play it online. So I look at it this way: I'm just leveling the playing field.
Yeah, you're just
I'm not playing Call of
participating.
Duty. I'm not going on, I'm not like a fucking sniper or some quick scope motherfucker
Yeah.
playing Call of Duty. This is what you gotta do to play the
So
fucking
it's
games
okay if it's hockey, but it's not okay if it's Call of Duty.
I mean, Call of Duty is a much more competitive game. People like fucking playing that shit for real. I don't think anybody's getting paid money to play hockey in this game.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's that big of a competitive field with NHL, but yeah, Call of Duty is definitely like they have big tournaments and shit for that. Well, that's fun, Tim. That's you.
Well, apparently
you're just
there is an esports hockey league.
Oh,
Tim, you're throwing off.
well,
the standings.
again, let me just say this. All right, the playoffs just finished. The team that won had a record of 114 wins, 2 losses.
Jesus.
Damn.
There is no fucking way with how this game plays, with just the luck of the draw, that you can play that many games and only lose 2. So what I figured that what they did is they must have built at least 3 or 4 dummy accounts and just kept waiting until they got matched up with their friends with the other dummy account. And like, this is the one this is the team that's going to win. You're going to be on the team with your dummy account that's going to lose, and just keep quitting. Because there's no way that anybody could play 114 fucking games in 7 days of this.
True.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Worst thing that ever happened to video games is putting fucking leaderboards up. Worst fucking thing.
You know what? I believe you. I agree with that.
I know.
Because people get so fucking uptight about their KDR.
I think, yeah. Leaderboards and headsets.
Microtransactions.
Headsets are the next worst thing.
Yeah. Once you started hearing all the racist shit that little 2-year-old kid is screaming in the background.
Yep. All right, so I have completed. I think there's only 3 episodes of MILF Manor, but I watched them.
Ooh, there's only 2, right? Wait.
No, I think there's 3.
Oh, wait, yeah, the third one. Oh, yeah. The third one's a letdown from the second one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a big letdown.
Well, I mean, come on.
But that second one was fucking solid.
Shit,
so we blew through that, and now we're on. I've been watching the.
Wait, who blew through what on MILF Manor?
They all blew each other. No, we've been watching the latest season of BattleBots. Remember that show?
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, that shit's still on.
Is that a good show to get high to?
Yeah. It's great.
Remember when Bobby from the Grind Band had us all watching those fucking marble races?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I watched that too.
That was
I
good.
was sponsored a motherfucker too.
Man, those Orange Swirled ones, those were my heroes.
Well, yeah, just imagine that, but
cheating blue ones.
But the marbles put flamethrowers and shit on them, and that's BattleBots, man. It is
battle marbles.
The most like socially improper people. What's that?
Did you say India?
No.
What?
Oh, okay.
I said
sorry.
it is like the most socially improper people. Like they're the nerdiest, most awkward people trying to be celebrities in some way in their weird little
That's what
world.
you really like. You just like making
Yeah.
fun of
Number
people.
1, Eddie, they're smart enough to build robots.
No,
Number
they're
2,
brilliant.
They built robots. Number 3, they decided to make these robots fight each other. Number 4, they decided it would be a good idea to go on TV showing themselves having built robots and then having them fight each other.
Yeah, wearing Mad Hatter hats and having weird outfits.
With the robots or them?
Them.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the whole team is wearing a Mad Hatter hat?
Yeah.
There's no team.
Yeah, there's teams.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there has to be. There has to be at least 2 people, I think.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. The teams are usually like
Plus, you got your
4,
hype guy
6
who's
people.
screaming, like, go robot, go robot, go robot.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
So no, there's teams. You should check it out. It's fun. It's fucking ridiculous.
Find it on the blood bank, right?
Yeah, you have to fast forward through so much bullshit though. Like,
You haven't watched The Last of Us?
God, no, I haven't.
Oh,
No,
Eddie.
he's not going to. Don't even try.
No.
He's already made up his mind.
I was down on this show when one of my friends told me about it. I was like, oh, man, look, everybody's trying to find the next fucking Walking Dead. It's just a stupid show about fucking zombies.
It's not.
Holy shit.
No, I know
Holy
it's good.
fucking shit. Yeah.
Well, that's why you're not going to watch it, because you're one of those snobs who's like, if something's popular, I'm not going to watch it.
Candice, hold your stone. You're in a glass house. What the fuck are you talking about?
Not according to my kids. They said I only like popular things.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was like, you really don't know me, do you?
No, Candice, come on. They got to rebel at some point. They got to be like a little bit like, come on.
Yeah. No, I'm going to watch it. I'll download it, put it on the bank. I'm going to watch it. No, I'm going to watch it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, wait a second. You tricked us into thinking that you watched that last Twilight movie, which you still haven't explained yet, motherfucker. But I think you've already watched all the episodes of Last of Us.
You think so?
I think you're doing a flip it. You're flipping that
shit off. Yeah,
so.
That's right. I've seen them all. I like the one with the guy.
That guy?
Yeah, that guy. He's cool.
Yeah, that was a great episode.
Yep.
Oh, it's on tonight, by the way. Let's wrap this up.
So it's MILF Manor.
Oh, shit. Okay, we got to wrap this up. So that...
Also, the Pro Bowl is on tonight.
What?
What the fuck did they do to that bullshit game already? They made a bullshit fucking game that was meaningless even worse. I just watched some guy jump over a bunch of cheerleaders through smoke while two quarterbacks threw a football at him, and he had to catch both of them to win the contest.
Did he catch both the cheerleaders?
No, there was like 12 cheerleaders.
What they did is they tied the ball to a greased-up cheerleader. You have to try to catch it.
Hey, speaking of football, The Faculty.
Yeah, see? There we go. Nice lead.
Yeah, nice one. So, 1998, The Faculty. Candice, you're the one that brought this one up. What is your history with The Faculty?
Well, I've been trying to get this on any podcast.
Jesus Christ, I was 30 fucking years old when this movie came out.
Really? I was 17.
I was 13. And I was smoking pot by this point, because I remember watching this movie over and over and over again. It's probably 14 when I actually watched it.
Candice. I was like 17 or 18 when I first started smoking.
Well, you don't know my family. You don't know the people I was around.
Good point.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't have easy access to it.
But yeah, this was one of those movies that I would, get high and watch over and over and over again. And it does have a great soundtrack. It's one of my favorites. Like I said, I was listening to it yesterday.
Candice, can I ask you a question?
What?
Was this your introduction to Pink Floyd?
No, it wasn't.
Okay. All right. Because, just...
I had already been listening to Pink Floyd. So, meh. Right. You don't know me, Tim.
No, because I know with your movies, you always like the remake better. So I was like, oh, you know what? I really dug this style of fucking Another Brick in the Wall.
Yeah, that song's one of the weakest ones on there. I don't really like it that much. But it's got Garbage, Medication from Garbage. It's got The Kids Aren't Alright with The Offspring. It's got great songs on it.
As soon as I heard that, as soon as that's the first fucking song, I was like, wait, is that The Offspring? Oh my God.
But this is directed by Robert Rodriguez, and it's another one of those movies that if I didn't tell you that, you would never have known.
Yeah.
Nope,
the man,
I was surprised.
He always changes his style. And at this time...
Except for one thing, you know what? There should have been one big tip-off.
The cast.
Selma Hayek.
Well, Selma Hayek, Josh Hartnett, Elijah Wood.
Yeah, it's a stacked cast, that's for goddamn sure.
You mean Spider-Man?
But no, I think a lot of people think they don't like this movie because they get it confused with Disturbing Behavior.
Which
came out. That one's bad.
I got it mixed up with The Substitute for some reason with Treat Williams.
Oh my God.
So one of those school things where the teachers aren't what they're supposed to be, right?
Yeah, Tim. Yeah, one of those.
No, this is the post-Scream phase, and they were pushing out teenage movies just as quickly as they could. And they put this out the same time as Disturbing Behavior, and so a lot of people confuse the two in their minds. The Faculty is actually good. Disturbing Behavior is terrible.
Which one is Disturbing Behavior? Because I bet you I saw that one, because I don't think I saw this one when it came out.
Disturbing Behavior is the one where it's
Katie Holmes and James Marsden, and they're reprogramming teenagers to make them perfect.
And then when they get a boner, they go crazy.
Yeah, exactly. What was it? The beginning of that fucking movie?
Pretty easy to beat them, right?
The chick's giving a dude a blowjob and he snaps her neck because the coach said he needs to save his juices.
He needs his fluids.
It's fluids. That's right. It's fluids.
What a shitty movie.
Just do a GTA. Give her your fluids, and then after she gets out, beat her up and then take them back.
See, now that's an alpha move right there. I think that's one of those things Andrew Tate was talking about doing.
Did you see a picture of that motherfucker without his hat on his head?
That loser. Guy looks like shit. Good. I hope he fucking rots.
I think when you're an alpha male, don't you need to have hair all over your head to be an alpha male, or no hair at all because you're completely shaving it all off?
But he nailed it. His fucking the picture of him looks like when you tap on the side of a fish tank. The fish comes over, looks over at you. Oh, God. So what about you?
Candice, that's another one you're lucky you don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
I know the name. I know the beginning. I
Your
don't know
son
exactly
knows
what you're
about
talking
him.
about right now.
So that's all you need to know. So what about you, Tim? What's your history with this movie?
I am almost positive I did not see this movie before.
Okay.
Because nothing. I knew what the beats were. I'm like, all right, this is Invasion of the Body Snatchers, which I think they actually like pretty much say outright in this fucking movie.
Oh, yeah.
But I was really shocked with the amount of people that showed up in this movie.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
There's so many that guys and so many young stars at the very beginning of their careers.
Yep.
Candice, you're right. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
I really fucking like this movie.
It's criminally underrated.
I especially like the message at the end with the teacher and the guy.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, that's cool. Go ahead, do it, dude. But I don't like that guy's hair.
Oh, I hate his hair.
That hair all the
I
time.
fucking hate that hair.
Fucking those points coming out of his fucking
Yeah,
head.
where it looks like he
What the
just
fuck?
woke up and hasn't showered.
No, Candice. No. To get both of those points to come out both of the side of your head the same way, that's like shaving and getting your sideburns to match. That's something that you work at.
Ugh.
You don't get those points like that.
Oh, it just looks like shit. Yeah, it's like such a bad part of this movie is Josh Hartnett's hair.
Yeah.
And Josh Hartnett.
What? I like him. He was great in Penny
He's not
Dreadful.
a good actor. No, he sucks. No, he sucks. The only good thing that he was in was Sin City, and that was like what? Because he was in it for like a total of 3 minutes.
Yeah,
There's another SimCity person in here.
See? Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Eddie, what's your history with The Faculty?
Saw this one in the theater. I also saw
Oh,
Disturbing Behavior in the theater. And
Which one's better?
Oh, come on. One of them, I'll give you a hint. One of them's a movie. The other one, I don't know what the fuck they were doing. Disturbing Behavior's trash. But no, saw this one in the theaters, liked it. With you, it's so weird though, because like going back and rewatching it today, I've seen it a few times. Going back and rewatching it today though, like I was really, really taken by how bad the CGI was.
Yeah.
But it's like it's 98.
In certain
It's
scenes.
1998,
But then you also
yeah.
have practical shit,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Towards the end, that's all practical.
Yeah. Just it's like you said, Tim, certain scenes. But other than that, like, and again, yeah, just floored by the cast. Like, so many people in here, just all over the place. It's insane.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, every time I watch there's another like background actor that I'm like, holy shit, that's so and so.
yeah.
For me, it was Selma Hayek and Jon Stewart.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? And then Piper Laurie.
Yeah, Piper Laurie was a good one. That was a good cast for it too. But okay.
And she's a good, what do you call, do we call her a MacGuffin?
No, she's not a MacGuffin.
They're not trying to get her. There's a good misdirect.
Yeah, she's the misdirect, yeah.
So yeah, written by Kevin Williamson, hot off of writing the screenplay for Scream.
He was writing everything at the time.
Yep.
He was
Scream,
hot
I
shit.
know.
Damn. Holy
And I Know What
fuck.
You Did Last Summer. So the big
Whoa, goddamn.
went off of that and did what was the Dawson's Creek.
Yeah, he made Dawson's
He
Creek.
made that series also. Well,
Whatever.
they can't all be winners, Tim.
It's on the WB.
Yeah.
I'm not watching that racist fraud.
Then speaking of just off of, like you said, Robert Rodriguez just off of From Dusk Till Dawn.
Hell yeah.
Said, hey, why not give him a shot on this one?
This movie
You know?
needed more pussy in it.
This movie came out
Agreed.
after From Dusk to Dawn?
Yep.
God damn. I told you, I put it on Twitter, right? This movie makes me feel so fucking old. Because at this point, I'm 30 years old, and I'm seeing these people who are fucking, at this point, at least 6 to 7 years younger than me,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And now I see them, and I'm like, yo, those motherfuckers are old. Oh, motherfucker, goddamn.
Although I think like Josh Hartnett and Elijah Wood were both like 18. Like they were super young.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, still, now when I see Josh Hartnett, I'm like, that motherfucker's old.
Yeah, he still looks like I don't know, like he should be checking your coat or something.
You think he's got like skeezy eyes?
There's something skeezy about him. I don't trust him.
Yeah, no. Never liked him. Sorry, never liked him.
So we got starring Elijah Wood as Casey. Yeah, that's right. Kevin from Sin City.
Spider-Man.
Yep, Spider-Man,
Right?
Tim, exactly.
Yeah, see?
It's Spider-Man.
Can you imagine work with Sam Raimi and Rodriguez? Holy
Man,
shit.
I didn't think Elijah Wood was going to do anything after Lord of the Rings. I was like, he's going to be typecast. He's not going to have a career after this. But now he's like...
Good.
Wait, this wasn't after Lord of the Rings?
No. I mean, like, when I saw Lord of the Rings, you know, and they were so hugely successful, I was like, none of these casts are going to go on to do anything because this is just too iconic. Right. But no.
Wait, wasn't he in Sin City, this guy?
Yes, he was. He was Cannibal.
Tim. He was Kevin.
Oh my gosh! See, I was trying to make a joke because I thought that was going to turn out to be Tobey Maguire.
But no, Elijah Wood's got a hell of a career now with his production company.
Yep.
And like all the horror movies that he's producing. He's like a godfather of horror now.
Big in the world of horror for sure.
Dude, that guy's got to have some fucking money. So yeah, he's got a blank check. He can do whatever the fuck he wants.
And he is doing whatever the fuck he wants. He was great.
That's nice.
He was great in the Maniac remake. I actually love that movie.
You know what? I did like that more than I thought I was going to like it because I remember watching the Maniac in the theaters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you probably have like huge nostalgia.
And then seeing this one on like pay-per-view. This didn't even come out in the fucking movies, I think, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember seeing it. In
might maybe limited.
I don't think it did.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe like limited release so he could win awards for Maniac.
Yeah.
And the Oscar goes to Frodo for blowing that bitch's head off and handcuffing himself into a mannequin.
Or when he rips the scalp off that one woman. Woo! That was great.
There's also Fantastic and Wilford. If you ever want another TV show to watch, that's a fun one.
Wait, the Rat Show?
No, it's a dog.
You're thinking
it's
of Wilford. No, Wilford. I've never seen it, but I remember the commercials for it. I was always like, that's a weird concept.
Yeah, it's awesome. It starts off with him trying to kill himself by ODing on pain pills that he got from his sister, but it turns out that they were a placebo. And that's where you start. His sister's like, what? I gave you fake fucking pain pills. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm going to make fun of this guy throughout this whole movie, but actually I kind of respect him because he made his money, right? And now he's doing whatever the fuck he wants. That's living the dream.
There you go.
And he's not Kevin Sorbo in The Last of Us, Rise of the Antichrist.
He's not a huge piece of shit, exactly. Yeah. Elijah Wood's the GOAT.
I'll tell you who isn't, though. Josh Hartnett is Zeke.
Oh, my God, Zeke.
Bloody...
The fuck? I was like, am I playing a fucking video game with the fucking introductions of the names and all this shit?
I like that. I like that. It's fun.
Really.
Oh my God, old man over here.
It's
fun.
Hey,
I like this movie,
silly.
but this is kind of stupid.
So what's he better in? Is he better in this, 30 Days of Night, or H2O?
30
Days of Night, yeah.
Because it's dark and we don't see him too much.
Yeah, he's a bloody buddy.
Yep, he's a bloody buddy. Clea Duvall, who plays Stokes.
And every time, I swear to God, I know I'm so stupid, all right? Mm-hmm. Every time I see this name, I keep thinking I'm going to see the guy from 2001. I don't know why. I swear to God, every time I see her name, and when I see her, I'm like, oh, that's who it is.
And Candice. She's got some movies she was in. She was in one of my favorites, But I'm a Cheerleader. She was in the shitty American remake of The Grudge.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
And Candice.
Ooh, as a mother?
No. And Candice,
that's not
for you, she was in Ghosts of Mars.
Hell yeah. I love Ghosts of Mars. We were watching something with Ice Cube, and I was like, look, it's Desolation Jones from Ghosts of Mars.
Oh my God, I forgot that's
so you've got a lesbian actor playing a straight girl pretending to be a lesbian
in real life?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
She's also in Law. She pops up a lot.
She's in every TV show.
Although in Ghosts of Mars, Pam Grier's the lesbian in that movie, so I guess that's a missed opportunity.
Do you know how crazy I feel watching a Law and Order SVU, and I'm like, wow, wait, the guy from 2001 is going to be the pervert? I'm like, oh wait, her. I'm sorry.
She's had a hell of a career, though.
Yeah. Tell you who hasn't, though, is Jordana Brewster, who plays Delilah.
Boo! I hate her.
Hold on. What do you mean she hasn't had a career? She's been in. I saw her, and I'm like, where do I know her from? I'm like, oh, wait a second. I know, because all those guilt watches of Fast and Furious.
Yeah, Tim, that's what she's in. Oh, she's in Fast and the Furious 1, 5, and then everyone after that.
And, I don't know, call me crazy, but she looks better with the glasses and like. And I never
she
thought
has zero charisma. I can't stand Jordana Brewster. She's just a cardboard cutout of a person.
Jesus.
You know what, Candice? You know what? I'm going to say this. She looks like a. Let me just off the top of my head. She looks like a diluted Demi Moore.
Yeah.
Demi Moore light.
Like
Dinty Moore.
No, I like diluted.
Dinty Moore.
Like diluted. Dinty Moore, yes.
Yeah, because I got a little bit of that, and I got a little bit of Dollar Store Nev Campbell.
I could see that.
Yes, because of the bang.
She was too busy being in Scream movies.
Yeah, in better movies than those fucking Fast and the Furious. And as you said, Tim, Piper Laurie.
Some of them are good.
Piper Laurie, who plays Mrs. Olsen, the horror legend that was Carrie's mother.
Hell yeah.
And I believe a little movie called The Hustler?
Yes.
Eve was weak. Sorry.
Candice, have you watched The Hustler? Eddie, you've seen it,
long
right?
time ago, Tim.
Okay. Is it
a
good movie?
Fantastic. Candice would love it.
Oh my God. I can't
Watch
believe
it.
you.
Candice would absolutely love it. So then, okay, just I'll throw in some of the other people that are in here. Like you said, Selma Hayek.
Honestly, too many to count.
Yeah. Plays the nurse, right? You got Robert Patrick, the coach. We didn't even mention fucking.
It opens up on him. I'm like, oh shit, that guy ain't good.
You know he's a bad guy.
No, of course he's the bad.
He's not good until he gets into the X-Files. And even then, I'm like, that motherfucker's an alien robot.
Poor Robert Patrick. He's the best bad guy ever.
He is.
But
so
I bet he's
good.
like the nicest person in real life.
Oh my God.
He's so good in Peacemaker, which
oh my God, yes, Peacemaker. Hell yeah. The things he says in that, I just felt bad having Robert Patrick say those things.
Oh.
That's where I was like, no, it's okay because he's a robot from the future, so it's okay. He says that, and like, I guess that's our future.
I fucking love him in this
piece
movie.
of shit in television history.
Because
the White Dragon.
And you can tell he is having so much fucking fun in this movie too, man. Like,
I wonder if
I think
I feel like teachers probably watch this to relax after a long day. They can just watch the teachers beat the shit out of students.
I could see that, yeah. So
this is teacher porn.
Then you can smush Usher in there. Like you said, Jon Stewart, he plays the science teacher.
And somebody else I was super surprised to see in this movie. The principal.
I thought you were going to bring up Shooter McGavin.
Yeah, I always forget he's in this movie, and then I'm like, oh shit.
What? Who the fuck is that? I know that
So
name.
Casey's dad, right?
He's got it going on.
Who's Casey? Which one is
Elijah Wood, his dad, right? No more flogging the bishop.
Yes. Oh, that guy. Yeah, the guy from Requiem from a Dream. That's how I know him. Yeah.
What?
And also on Law and Order SVU, I think multiple times.
Yeah, I've seen an episode
both
or two
sides of the glass. Yeah.
No, but he's Shooter McGavin from Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, that's what I know him from.
Come on, Tim.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm older than. Come on, I was 30 years old when this movie came out.
So you were like 25 when Happy Gilmore came out.
God damn! Holy fuck! I gotta make out a will.
Yeah, you should.
You should, Tim. You should.
And don't get the clap.
And you wanted to bring up the principal, Tim?
B.B. Newworth.
From?
Cheers. I think from Broadway. I think she was like. Was she originally on the Broadway? I'm gonna a little bit drunk and smoking. So was she? she was either in the movie Chicago or she was in the original Broadway show Chicago. One of the two. So she's really fucking talented. And she also does one of my all-time favorite audio things from Neil Gaiman.
The same man, right?
A voice for two plays. Or two plays for a voice, or whatever. Whatever. You look it up. Neil Gaiman. One of them is Brian Dennehy. It's called A Murder Mystery, and it's about the first murder ever in heaven. And Brian Dennehy may be an angel trying to figure out what's going on with it. And the second one is called Snow Glass Apple with Bebe Neuwirth. Listen to it. That's all I'm going to say.
She's also in Sandman, the podcast series.
Sandman, the podcast series. What do you mean?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right here. The Sandman, based on the graphic novels written by Neil Gaiman. Yeah, there was a podcast series came out in 2020. There's 20 or 35 episodes of it. She was in 20 of them.
Holy fuck. You know what? I'm sorry, Eddie. I got to leave right now because I'm going to listen to that.
I love it, Tim, that you're such a Sandman
we'll
fan.
Be in the blood
It always
bank.
makes me happy.
I love Neil Gaiman. The first book I remember getting from him was Neverwhere.
I love that book.
Oh my God, Candice. I remember giving that book to somebody, a hardcover book, first edition. I gave it to somebody, right? And they I love this book. And I might give it. I'm like, no, keep it. And no, take this book back because this is going to be somebody.
Damn. And they called it.
Yeah, I was like, holy fucking shit. And I can't think of anything that the guy's done that I haven't fucking enjoyed 100%. American Gods is so goddamn good.
I'd never read anything like it before. It was mind-blowing.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay,
well, here we are. 40 minutes in.
Yeah. Can we talk about American Gods? The full audio cast for the 10th anniversary?
You know what? That could be your next bonus episode.
Candice? All right, you know what, Candice? Let's do a Neil Gaiman. Yeah. Let's do a Neil Gaiman bonus episode. Come on. We got to churn something out to get our fucking numbers up. Let's make some money.
The first episode is edited and ready.
It's out.
Is it?
Yeah, it's on the Patreon.
You didn't advertise it at all.
It's on the okay. I'll post it on the Twitter then. Yeah, it's on the Patreon. Patreon.com/bloodybits if you want to hear these two getting high-minded.
You think at 42 minutes and 23 seconds anybody's going to be paying attention to that fucking plug?
Yeah, Tim, take him to task.
Put that shit in the beginning.
He shamed us.
Yeah, you think that before we've even talked about the movie, people are...
Yeah, listen, when we have that comedian dude on, let's give him a plug at 42 minutes into the fucking podcast, okay?
Easy there, Tim. So we start out... we start out
with
at
the best song ever.
I fucking hate The Offspring.
Oh my God, really?
Fucking hate The Offspring, yeah.
No.
Crazy Taxi. When I think of The Offspring, I think of Crazy Taxi.
Yeah, but the very first thing is, you see the Dimension films, and it's The Kids Aren't Alright by The Offspring. Fucking love that song.
Stop fucking with The Who and Pink Floyd. Come on, what the fuck?
Oh, is that a cover?
That famous The Who song, The Kids Aren't Right?
No, the kids are all right.
This song is The Kids Aren't Alright.
I know sometimes. That's The Who. The Kids Are Alright. Trust me.
That's not the song, though. This song has completely different lyrics.
I'm doing the Who song, okay? Fuck that shit.
Anyway, but no, it's a great opening. Because I get the nostalgia kick because you got the Dimension films. And then it starts playing The Offspring, and then you immediately see the late 90s haircuts.
Oh, God. Terrible haircuts. Well, first you get the football game with Coach Hardass, right?
Yes, with Robert Patrick.
Yeah, Robert Patrick.
He calls the things he calls these kids. He calls them pussy pukes, which that gets said multiple times in this movie. And I was like, who came up with it? Kevin Williamson. That's who came up with it.
Yeah. It's some.
This before all the high school coaches.
Well, yeah, they all thought they were drill sergeants back in the day. Remember, I remember in our high school, the fucking coach was the first thing he had everybody do was run until somebody threw up.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm like, I don't.
That's kind of easy. I would just pay somebody to fucking eat like a bunch of Taco Bell and
Tim,
like run 2 feet and stick your
Tim,
finger
when
down
I grew
your
up,
throat.
there wasn't a Taco Bell within like an hour and a half drive.
Well, whatever. Guess what? You're sticking something down your throat to get me out of this fucking gym class already.
Then we cut to the teachers having their budget meeting that night, and we find out that there's no money for anything but football.
Mm-hmm. Which, I mean, unfortunately,
Yep,
it's
that's
true.
where I grew up.
I
We
know,
didn't have any computers, but they had helmets.
Yeah, wherever you grow up, it's always a football town, right? No matter what, it's always a
Yeah,
football
that's how
town.
they make money.
It's never a woman's basketball town. It's always a
women's
football
basketball town.
It's never we're pickleball town here. On Sunday nights, everybody's at the pickleball field, watch what's going on, right?
Well, it is America, Tim.
Well, I just remembered when I went to NC State, after I graduated, students, they could get free passes to any games. I never used it. I never went to a single NC State game, even when they were playing against the Tar Heels. Did not care. But
why do you sell that shit, Candice?
a student pass?
Sell your student pass.
Yeah. Are they going to check?
I don't know how closely they checked.
It'd be...
Well, you should have found out. You should let that motherfucker find out.
No, it'd be just like... It'd just be like Zeke in the bathroom selling that bad fake
selling
ID.
fake student passes.
Oh, you know what? We should have Daniel drop in right now and tell us who had a better scam going on between him selling the pixie sticks or this guy selling the fucking Bix.
The Bix filled with scat. Awesome.
It's a great thing to put up your nose.
Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, let's hope it's more the Corollas and not the Pornhub.
Yeah. So we get the introduction to him, and it's all the here's Casey. He's the nerd. Watch him get his nuts rammed into a flagpole.
Yeah, they're all stereotyped.
Well, that's actually happened to me and to many of the
What?
kids that I grew up on the block with. Yes. I told you that when I was growing up, that was the thing where it was like, did you watch the Mets today? And if you said no, they would grab you and they would do that on a telephone pole. And everybody learned one time after that to always say, yes, I saw the Met game. It was always a new kid on the
What
block
about when
that
it
got
was
the
out of
worst.
season? Did they still ask that?
Then it might have been the Jets game.
The Jets, the Mets? The fuck is wrong with you people?
It's a football town.
But it wasn't as severe as taking a 20-foot fucking running start at the fucking metal pole. It was against a tree, and it was more like rubbing up and down.
Wait a minute.
That's what I was like, hey, you know what? Now I understand
Tim,
tree
were
huggers.
you molested by a tree when you were little?
I got the Evil Dead treatment. That's why that movie touched me.
Oh, like the tree did.
But so many different levels. I felt in my roots.
Got it stuck.
All the way down to the root.
Got it stuck in a knot hole. Oh, God. So, yeah, then we got Stokes, who, like I said, is pretending to be a lesbian so people will leave her alone. Zeke, the drug dealer / I guess he also sells
Slacker.
Porn dealer? Whatever you want
porn,
dealer, right?
yeah.
Cherry flavored condoms?
X-Lax.
Cherry flavored? Really?
Who's buying X-Lax at high school? I guess for pranks, maybe.
Or unless you're bulimic.
No, I think that's what you do before anal sex, right? If you gotta make sure.
Or if you have an eating disorder.
X-Lax.
You do Imodium AD for anal. You want constipation, not diarrhea.
No, you want to get that shit cleaned out. You don't want to get salmonella. Come on, Eddie. You watch MILF Manor. You don't want to get salmonella. You want that shit cleaned out 100%. You don't want it
Oh, yeah, I think Candice is right, though. I think it's eating disorder, girls or guys. It's
True. Yeah. Oh, yes. That's right.
The wrestling team, they got to make weight. Got to make weight. Remember those fuckers walking around spitting in a cup trying to make weight for the wrestling team?
You think that's the final way? That's that's the last thing. It's like, hey, dude,
That's the last straw.
Take some fucking X-Lax. Oh, why not jerk off at that point, right? If that's the last thing, get that fucking last millimeter.
A millimeter
out.
is a unit of measurement of distance, not of weight.
It's about the size of a millimeter.
I mean, get that parsec.
I think you mean a milligram.
Milliliter.
But, milliliter, yeah, that works. You said millimeter.
Oh. Oh, milliliter, come on. Meter, come on. Okay.
Yeah, they shouldn't have made them so close, right, Tim? Like push and pull. What's up with that? Oh, God. So, and by the way, Zeke's also got a brain because he understood Robinson Crusoe.
Oh, God. Well, he got let back, right? So he should know all these fucking answers because there's no way that these teachers are changing up their curriculum.
With the ugly
right?
up Famke Janssen?
Oh my God! She's more hot the way she looks like
it's
that.
True. Oh yeah, let's just turn a Bond girl into someone who looks nerdy with the glasses and the ponytail.
Yeah. Let's turn the Dark Phoenix into something that you don't want to fuck. Right.
By the way, technically, she's a bloody buddy from when me and Bobby covered all of the House on Haunted Hill and the other.
Yeah. All the Ghost House movies.
Yeah.
Oh, so wait. Then what does that count? Because that's before I
doesn't count then.
And then Candice is going to say all the shows before she
Didn't
joined
count, nope,
didn't count. So.
And I'm going to say any of them I'm on.
That's how we're swapping our podcast.
There you go. And the hayseed, Mary Beth. We get introduced to her.
From Atlanta. I'm Mary Beth Hutchinson.
I had to look her up because I know I had seen her before, and
She's
then I
in a lot
looked
of
up on the
TV.
internet. It's like it says no, you haven't seen her before, but every single bad Southern accent that's been overdone is what you're thinking of. That's what it literally said on Google.
Wow, that's
I
crazy.
Looked her up.
What kind of search engine are you using?
Tim's got an interesting search engine. By the way, she's Canadian too, Laura Harris.
Oh, really? She's not from Atlanta?
Yeah, I know. She sounded like she was from Atlanta.
For real, I didn't take any notes.
That's
on this
fine.
one. I'm sorry. Does anybody talk like that?
No.
For real. Does anybody who doesn't want to get laid talk like that?
No one talks like that, Tim.
Yeah, it's a made-up accent.
Okay.
That's the generic accent. That's the one that Mike Wood does when he tries to have a Southern accent.
No, Candice, come on, for real. If you were into some dude and you found out he was really into Southern chicks, and you're like, let me come up with the worst Southern accent that I can try to get with this dude.
No,
this
remember?
Is what you come up with.
I told you my story about Scotland when my Southern accent got me a drink.
Oh God.
That's exotic there.
Oh yeah, they have their little budget meeting. No money for anything but football. Then I like that they tell the drama teacher to use the set from Our Town last year, because Our Town doesn't have a set
has
yet.
nothing, right? I saw that actually on Broadway with Spalding Gray, and I fell asleep.
Yeah, I read it and I fell asleep.
Yeah,
I'm falling asleep.
you can't watch it. It's unwatchable. It's one of those. It's performance artist. It's a performance artist piece, right? It's like, how long can you stand here and just pretend there's shit going on?
That is theater. That's modern art, Tim.
That.
Tim, you figured it out.
Hey,
Oh, I figured out what is art. Eddie, cancel. All right, I need a re-recording because I figured out when Candice asked me, and high-minded.
what is art?
What is art?
Wow, just
She waited until I got super, super high, and the edibles kicked in. She heard me taking the fucking volcano bags.
Well, I was already 3 sheets to the wind
taking
by
the
that
fucking
point.
vape hits. And, what is art? Candice, what is comedy?
What's the human condition?
What is motherhood?
Better question. Can I borrow a pencil so I can jab it in my fucking ear? No. So, the coach, he drops behind to get to the principal because she's forgot her keys, of course. Damn women forgetting everything. So he sneaks up on her. He's like, hey, can I have a pencil? And she's like, you're drunk. I'm like, this has
super
happened.
creepy right here.
This has happened before, hasn't it? played the old find the pencil
I mean,
in the
she's
dark.
pretty hot.
Even then.
Could you imagine your high school principal looking like her?
She is hot, but she is also your boss. So it sets with where this time was when this movie was made, where you can feel comfortable as a guy
sexually harassing your
saying
boss.
this shit to your boss.
Your boss.
But all right, he's also taken over by a space alien. So
Well, they probably have a really good teachers union. They're in Ohio, right?
Isn't that a what was it? Right to work state?
They're all right to work states anymore, man. So yeah, she hands him a pencil, and he just grabs it and stabs it through her fucking hand. And he's pulls it out, and he's all like, "Oh, I always wanted to do that."
It's like, damn. I always wondered that. Does he mean that like the character of Robert Patrick had always wanted to do that to the principal, or is the alien saying, "I always wanted to do that"?
I think that's Robert Patrick.
Yeah.
I think that's the coach saying that, right? Because we get the other one saying the
Yeah,
same thing.
yeah, with the scissors.
So
outside.
clearly that principal's very popular with her employees.
Well, I mean, she's a principal. She's your boss, right? Candice, your boss isn't listening. Do you love your boss? Wouldn't you love to stab your boss in the hand with a pencil?
I actually like her.
I know I would.
I like my boss.
I mean, you don't want to just choke the life out of your boss.
I just want to do that to my
Eddie, don't answer that because that's going to put
to my
you in
coworkers
Gitmo,
that talk about astrology all fucking day.
There you go.
Ooh, shit. Oh, Candice is like, nobody's listening to this. Yeah.
But you didn't
You
see
know who
that
you are.
Yeah. You know what? They've never listened to it, but you know why? They're going to listen to this week because Jupiter is rising. That's why you're going to listen to the podcast. Now you're in
I
trouble.
had to listen to a whole debate about them seeing whether or not I acted like a Pisces. Because they found out my birthday and they're like, "You're a Pisces?" Like, you don't act like a Pisces. Pisces do this and this and this and this. They were like, "Oh, maybe." They were like, "What's your date exactly?" Well, maybe you're a Pisces rising. Literally what they said.
Okay, in the Discord, if people could join for free, right? You don't have to join a Patreon. You can join the Discord for free, right, Eddie? We had this discussion. You have to know exactly what time you were born. And then, let's say, because I know for a fact, according to my birth certificate, I don't know if they still put this on anymore, I was born at 9:05 in the morning. Okay? That's
what they have to know, right?
When? Eastern Standard Time?
Greenwich time.
Midwest time?
Greenwich Mean Time.
Was it? Yeah, exactly. Greenwich time? When? So, even with that, how can you say exactly, even if I say to you, I was born this day at 9:05 a.m.
Yes,
how can you say this is where the stars were? Because if I'm born on let's say the northern hemisphere versus the southern hemisphere, stars are going to be a little bit different.
Yeah, that's why it's a bunch of bullshit, and I know this.
Yeah, Tim. No,
but the fact that these are like
Tim.
these are well-educated people having this conversation.
Okay, you know what? Here's what really blew my mind, and I can't believe because I actually had some fucking chick that I tried to do this to me. I got my neck snapped by a chiropractor chick who basically this shit was based on stuff that somebody learned from a fucking ghost
in Kirksville, Missouri.
Holy fuck!
It's fake.
God,
it's all fucking fake.
Wait till you learn about Catholicism, Tim.
Oh no, I went to Catholic school, but chiropractors, I knew they were bullshit. I knew that was kind of like a bullshit thing. But I didn't know it was like that kind of bullshit where I heard this from a fucking
Tim, you think that's
ghost.
stupid? You should look into homeopathy.
Oh my god.
Oh, isn't enough water in the ocean?
I know when my kids were sick, my sister-in-law brought some cold medicine for them. And I looked at the label and it was
I heard those quotations.
It was homeopathic cure, so I just dumped it straight into the trash. I was like, thanks.
Exactly. Yeah, thanks.
That's my pretend medicine.
Yeah. You should just pretend.
And that did nothing to dilute all the Vicodin and oxycodone dumped into the water.
Yeah. So for the listeners, homeopathy works by whatever your malady is, you take the opposite of what you need and dilute it as much as humanly possible, and that's
to where it's not even effective anymore.
Right. So,
well, you know what? We should do that for the incels.
So if you can't sleep, you take caffeine which is the
So
opposite of
fucking
what you
stupid.
would need, and then dilute it as much as possible, which is not a measurement. That's not a goal.
To like a millionth, billionth
But
of a drop.
just
all
not
right?
having any of it is the same as doing that.
Yeah.
It's a liquid pyramid scam.
Yeah, it's oh god, I hate
Yeah.
it so much. All that homeopathic new world, like new age sort of bullshit cures
Yeah.
and stuff. It's like, no, I'm sorry, a bracelet made with magnetic material is not going to cure your cancer.
But look, I will give it this. To the point where it's not taking people's money
Well, they
and
tried it,
people aren't doing just that instead of like, no, look, you really think that somebody's really sick that's going to like, no, I'm just going to take this fucking rosemary fucking diluted fucking seawater to cure
Ladies
my
and
fucking
gentlemen,
cancer.
Steve Jobs.
Oh, fuck, that's right. Damn, man. All right.
Sorry, I derailed
no,
it
no
talking
worries,
about this.
no
This is a
worries.
sensitive
It
subject.
pisses me off too, Candice, because people who need to get real treatments put it off for that bullshit. Anyhow, so yeah, they run his nuts into the flagpole. Oh God!
No, this is when
I know.
the principal's being attacked.
Yeah, so then the principal runs out the front door, and Carrie's mom stabs her with scissors. She's like, "Oh, I always wanted to do that."
So, yeah, payback.
And then we get Tim's favorite song, right? This is the
The brick in the wall.
another brick in the wall, Tim.
It's not the one that we all know with "Hey, teachers, leave those kids alone," because that's what's going
during
to
the
pop up
football
later
game.
on. But this is like
Yep.
the bridge. Yep.
Oh man. Oh, by the way, we have
as soon as I heard the fucking the bass
That's funny.
line,
In this
it's
notes right here, I wonder what Tim thinks of this cover of Another Brick in the Wall.
angry.
and I've seen good. Roger Waters. There's only been one good cover that I've seen of like his solo career. All right, this is Pink Floyd, but Jesus Christ, man, just don't do that in this movie.
Well, they did. So what happens now, though, is we learned that the history teacher is a drunk because he's dumping his flask into his fucking...
The
Did
guy
you
from
guys
Seinfeld,
ever have a
yes.
teacher that had given up on life by that point and was like real
many.
jaded? And...
Many teachers that gave up on life, Candice.
Got any good stories?
I think we've all
I
had
had
the
one
full
of 'em.
spectrum of teachers. The ones who've given up on lives, the ones who are young and
Oh,
stupid, who think that they're going to make any kind of difference, the ones who throw chairs at you if you don't play your chords
We had
right
one
in
that
music
threw a-
practice, the ones who are trying to fuck the gym teacher in front of the entire
We had one
class.
We had one that
What?
threw a podium at a student, but it was because he lit his desk on fire. So,
Wait, you can't. That's not going
I
to
don't
put
think
the
he was
fire
trying to put
out.
the fire out. I think he was trying to put the student out.
You fucking idiot!
Stop setting more
We had
desks
the
on
guy
fire.
that called his therapist during class.
Damn.
You had a teacher
Yep.
call his therapist? Did he put it on speakerphone? It was just
No,
one-sided.
he put it on speakerphone. He had to prove it to us because he,
I was gonna say because if it was one-sided,
No,
he just
no.
fucking
He put
called
his
like his
fucking-
wife or some shit
Tim,
like
we
that.
drove him so fucking bonkers that class. He was basically blaming us for him needing a therapist. And then we're like, whatever. And he's like, no, really, I have a therapist. Look. And he called his therapist.
Jesus. You must have been really,
This is
really
why-
bad.
I was great.
What is it called when you have two thoughts at the same time in your
Cognitive
head?
dissonance.
This is why teachers should be able to be fired on the spot, but should also be paid $1 billion
Well, they should
a
just
year.
be armed, apparently. So just ask Texas. Man. By the way, hide from that 70s show. That fucking
Another that
abused
guy
her.
shoit's up.
Oh yes,
Piece of
this
shit.
motherfucker.
Another
Yeah.
person I always forget's in this movie.
Yeah, there's so many of them. It's crazy. So then we learned that our buddy Casey hides.
It must suck being in this movie and being that one, not that guy, and then that one, not that
Yeah.
girl, right? Because it's like there's one each.
Yeah.
Because who's his partner? Who's the rapist guy's partner?
Yes. I don't recall.
Right?
You've got John Abrams, the fuck you boy, and Summer Phoenix, the fuck you girl. Remember the couple that was fighting the whole fucking movie? Yeah, those two.
Oh, yeah.
Not
Were
really.
they somebody?
I looked it up because I was like, they have to. This has to be a joke, or like, no, they just whatever. Just to show, that the aliens make us all better people.
That's right. Women could beat your boy.
You're damn right.
Friends up too.
So we find out Casey hides out in the bleachers to eat lunch because he's so bullied. And then on his way back, because the coach sees him and is like, "What are you doing here?" He's like, "I'm leaving."
Baby faced.
It's a good spot to go to have lunch if you're being bullied.
Where the jocks are.
You're the geek. Yeah, go hang out near the athletes and the jocks and the coach. Yeah, good idea.
Great. Perfect.
It's little baby faced Elijah Wood.
Yep.
Barely out of toddlerhood.
I don't know. I just kept every time I saw him, I was like, "Oh shit, that's Spider-Man." I don't know why. And then at the very end, with the bleacher scene, I was like, "Oh, that's why I'm thinking this motherfucker's Spider-Man."
He dove out of the bleachers. Yeah, not bad.
Yeah,
that was a good tense scene too, huh, Tim? A real reimagining of Indiana Jones with the hat. He should have reached back and grabbed like a pocket protector or something. No, but he walks across the field and he finds some shit on the ground. So he's like, "Hey, that looks like something I should pick up."
Really didn't like the look of it, huh?
Did not look good. And coach harasses him. He's like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" He's like, "Oh, I'm leaving." He's like, "Oh, you should, go away, loser. Hey, why don't you try joining the team, though?" It's like, "Oh, I only run if I'm being chased." It's like, "Oh, I like that. I'll remember that."
Yep, that was real deep and profound.
Fun. Yeah.
Chekhov's chase.
So then he brings the little bug thing into Jon Stewart, who this is the scene. Like
his facial hair in this movie cracks me up.
The Daily Show is already a thing at this point, right? So I'm trying to remember. I can't remember watching that show when he had a fucking goatee.
Late 90s, he was trying to break into movies. And so this was one of the movies that, he was in. And he was also in Big Daddy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the movie with Adam Sandler. And he's trying to adopt a kid.
Oh, with the kids taking the piss.
Kids taking the piss, Tim.
Isn't that Kathy Lee Gifford's kid?
I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure you know who I'm talking about when I say
Kathy Lee Gifford is, but not her kid.
I'm pretty sure that might be her kid, and she was really upset that they did the piss scene. Or if it wasn't her kid, for some reason, she was pissed off at it for whatever reason. Look it up.
Okay.
Because they were revealing her kink.
Yeah. He was also in Death to Smoochie around then, which was one of my favorites.
Oh, I love that movie so much.
That movie. And Jane Silent Bob Strike Back.
Yes.
Disappointed in that movie so much.
Wasn't great.
But he's got a shitty goatee and mustache combo.
It's a good look for him. He looks like a douchebag, and it's perfect. But for some reason, the entire school, well, at least everybody that matters, like you said, Tim, is in the science room like, "Wow, it's from this phylum? That's interesting, teacher." We give a fuck about what it's in the gut of a squid? What the fuck kind of nonsense was he talking about, Candice?
No. None of anything they say sciencey in this movie does not hold any snuff.
No, it's so stupid. It's from the Mesozoic era, but what's it doing here in Ohio?
Yeah, okay, then he drops water on it.
Well, yeah. Then we gremlins some water onto it because the boys are roughhousing and spill it on there, and it brings it back to life. The poop comes alive.
Your worst nightmare.
So then Jon Stewart's like, "Hey, I got something for this." And they go to the back of the room where there's the giantest fish tank that's just full and empty.
Yeah,
that's empty.
Yeah, it's just sitting in the middle of the room.
Why is it empty?
It's like the 60-gallon or whatever fish tank.
I'm like,
who is changing that water? Because at that point, if it's empty, that has to be stagnant water, right?
But why do you need to change it? Nothing's living in it, Tim.
You just can't put water in a fucking fish tank without a filter, without a fucking bubble.
Guess
Maybe they were trying to breed mosquitoes.
And just
Guess
throw
what,
shit
Tim?
into it.
Jon Stewart's a rebel. He's got a shitty goatee. He's got an empty fish tank. He doesn't give a fuck what you say, Tim.
Maybe he was trying to grow mosquitoes in there.
He knows his kids are checked out. They're not going to notice anything. Hey, look at the sea monkeys.
That goatee, he's trying to fuck a couple of the kids.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Maybe Dana Brewster.
Yeah, exactly. So he's all like, hey, it's probably smart to throw this thing in the tank. And he just throws it in there. Then he's like, all right, well, time to glove up and feel the surface texture of it because it changed. And
yeah. There's no way this could go badly.
So he touches it and it splits in twain. It becomes two equal little weird turd bugs swimming around.
CG turd bugs.
Yeah. So while he's in there trying to finger one, it does the alien thing and pulls its mouth open and bites him.
It actually uses tendrils to pull its mouth open, which I thought was kind of creepy.
It was a cool design for the creature, especially when you see the bigger version of that.
The queen.
The queen, yeah. Oh, man. But just bites the fuck out of him. And he's all like, teeth. When did it get teeth?
It's like, oh, I didn't see that before. It's like when you were sticking your finger up its ass, you didn't see that?
Yeah, you were on the other end of it, remember? What are you doing?
Yeah, use some fucking tongs, right?
Yeah, you wouldn't touch this thing. I don't know. This whole scene is very...
If it was a female teacher, that wouldn't have happened.
That's true, yeah. She would have had one of the male teachers come in and touch it. That's why. So then we get the Stan goes off to quit the team. And the coach is all like, well, I guess that's, you got to chase your bliss. And he's like, what? Chase my bliss? The fuck are you talking about? You're supposed to hate me and be pissed or whatever. Teacher's like, well, it must be real important to you. I'm going to go back to drinking a bunch of water. So he goes back to drinking a bunch of water. And
that's a tip-off.
It's a cheap, easy tip-off for them to do. Just tell the people, pretend to drink a bunch of water. Action. So, Tim's over there drinking a bunch of... Candice, have you been replaced?
I told you.
You know what?
Take over the host.
You've been more tolerable. So
good.
Maybe.
Oh shit! I mean, no.
Aha! I caught you. Hey, wait a second. You want to?
Did you think that Richard Pryor was in this
when
movie,
I saw
guys?
Usher? I thought they did that CG trick where they de-aged them.
Oh god. Oh man. So then Stan's like, all right, I'm gonna go take a shower. Then I guess see ya. He pops in.
He's not going to be in there for long. Alone.
Because we got the old lady pulls a fucking like in The Shining old lady scene.
Yeah,
oh my
God. He's way too tolerant of this lady grabbing onto him. At this point,
touches her hair and half her fucking scalp falls off with it.
Oh, that fucking sound
so
too.
gross.
The scalp pulls away. Yeah,
good practical effects right there.
Not like Elijah Wood pops his head in the shower. He's like, mind if I cut in? And Stan's like, go get help, fucker. She's fucking dying.
What are you, a maniac? Get out of here.
Keep that scalp.
Oh shit, that's how it started.
Hey.
Oh wait, hold on. So what this happened in high school for real. One of them grew up to write a movie about this, and one of them grew up to be an actual maniac. Just pulling.
So this is a secret prequel to Maniac, is what you're saying. I get it. Elijah Wood's character went through a lot, man.
He had a brief time as a cannibal.
Yeah. Oh my God.
He traveled to Mordor.
Elijah Wood's a verse. It's all connected.
Oh, we need to make the movie where this is the premise of the story is just Elijah Wood as characters, but it was all real.
Yeah. Oh man. So yeah, then shining scene in the shower. they run in finally, bring somebody in there to check on her, and they're explaining to Stan, because they've got the towel on him and the police are there. Like, it's okay, son. Here, hold on to the bunny and tell us what happened. So they explain to him, oh, it's cool. She was having a cancer. So
and it makes her scalp fall off.
Yeah, so her head fell off.
Yeah. I think your hair falls out. I don't think your whole
flops
scalp
to the ground.
falls
I don't
off,
know.
right?
I saw the faculty, Tim.
Oh, okay, yes. Which, by the way, drink every time that Spider-Man says the faculty.
Yeah. Then you'll get nice and toasted there, Tim. So this is when we cut to Zeke outside selling.
This is when
copy of Wild
Stabbing
Things?
Westward pops up on the soundtrack.
Oh yeah, there you go, Tim. You gotta like that, right?
Oh yeah,
Stabbing Westward.
Candice, you were a big fan, right?
I was.
I only knew the one.
I look back and I'm like, oh no.
I'm shooting eastward.
You were receding eastward. Oh man. So yeah, he's out there selling. I think he was selling copies of Wild Things.
Hey, remember when that movie came out and everybody lost their minds?
Yeah. That and Cruel Intentions was another one people loved.
Oh yeah. They kissing it. Oh my god, the two girls kissing it.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. You're one of those people. Watch this fucking movie. There's one scene.
No, I just remember watching Cruel Intentions. Like, come on, just watch Deadly Liaisons. What the fuck wrong? What the hell's wrong with you, Pete?
Yeah.
Ryan Felipe?
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Who was the chick in the other chick?
Selma Blair.
Yeah.
Yeah, Selma Blair was the coquette. Yes.
From Hellboy?
We really went from like Wild Things and Cruel Intentions being like, oh my god, that's taboo, to fucking MILF Manor.
Yes.
Look at that, Tim.
And that's why Nicholas is on the rise.
I'm glad I was alive through all of it, yes.
So yeah, Zeke's selling copies of Wild Things to a couple of guys. Then the English teacher comes up.
Famke Janssen.
Yeah. She's like, oh, Zeke, you need to not conduct your dirty business on school property.
I have glasses on. My hair is kind of mousy.
I don't fuck. So then he plays with her a little bit. He's like, hey, sweetheart, you want some X-Lax, huh?
A little loosen you up.
Clean that poop shoot out. Yeah, I don't want to get pink eye.
And she's like, no. So he's like, okay, what about some cherry flavored condoms?
Magnum.
Yeah. And she's like, I don't want to buy them. And he's like, don't worry, they're on me.
See, he should have said the condoms on me. That would have been the better
to be
line,
a little
right?
more overt with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he looks like he kind of feels bad because
she's
she's like, that's so rude. And she, wanders away.
Well, it's hard
and then
to
he
tell.
kind of looks like he feels guilty for making her embarrassed.
He always kind of looks like he either like smelled something bad or so it's hard to tell, Candice.
He's really I'm sorry, he's not a good actor. For real. It's one of those things where, look, ladies, I'll give you, because there's lots of women that I watch who aren't great actors, but I'll watch a movie with them in it.
Like Jordana Brewster.
All right.
So this is when Casey and Delilah are sneaking around playing, like, Encyclopedia Brown in the teacher's lounge. Because, okay, hold on here, real quickly.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So Delilah is the head cheerleader.
Yep.
She is dating the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And she's the head of the school newspaper.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. And not only that, but she's like kind of like the breaking news newspaper chick, right?
She cares.
She's like Lois Lane.
Discovering all these scandals.
She's the Lois Lane of their high school newspaper.
And by the way, let me just say this: there's no way that guy's a starting quarterback because he's shorter than fucking
He is so
Doug
wimpy
Flutie.
looking. Holy shit, with his like freckles and.
I At one point, he makes out with somebody like the freckle baby that these people are going to have at the end of this movie, right?
I had a friend.
Baby's gonna be
I had
one
a friend
big
who
freckle.
was one of those overachieving type A personalities, and she was the president of every club, and she also played tennis and golf. She's a lawyer.
What are you doing now, Candice?
Damn, I guessed wrong.
Got me.
I'm usually never wrong on this one.
I guess being ambitious pays off.
I guess so.
Okay.
Go
for my next.
So yeah, that's when they go in to spy on the teachers. You know, because the dead body that they're about to find is
also a good way to get a chicken into a
just
closet.
throw her in there.
Yeah, just physically throw somebody somewhere. That's right, Tim.
And make her scared, you know? Get the juices flowing.
They sneak around, and she's real cunty about, like, everybody's
She is such
problem.
a bitch in this movie.
Oh, the
fucking
nurse
hate
is
this
heavily
character.
medicated. Do you like her in Fast and Furious?
No, I always thought she was so lame.
Okay.
Well, there you go. So yeah, then they hear the teachers coming back in to the lounge, and this is when we get the blue velvet scene where they're in the closet stuffed in there.
They start yelling, "Mommy!"
But no, instead what we see is them pinned down.
Salma Hayek,
the nurse, Salma Hayek, yeah, and gross mouth ejaculate.
Yeah. And here's something that listen. She's when we first see Salma Hayek, she's sick, right? She has a cold. So I thought that something was going to be like the payoff where she can't be turned because she has a cold.
That's what I
or
thought
something
too.
like that, but no.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they never really do anything with that.
Did she really have a cold in real life? And let's work it into the movie somehow because we only got you for
the
a
90s,
day?
man. She was a school nurse who was sick, like coughing, sneezing.
She was sick looking.
And she goes into school to treat people.
Get it?
Well, Candice, you know there's some nurses who don't believe in COVID.
I worked with them.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
So yeah, he like mouth ejaculates in her ear, and that's you find out how they get transformed.
Surprise!
One time I had a like a lung infection, and I coughed something out that kind of looked like that.
Ugh! Don't talk to me about that. I'm getting over the flu. Well, I'm over it now, but when I was coughing up some unique rainbows. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you, the shit that comes out of our bodies, right?
And then you infect yourself with it, cutting the tip of your penis.
Yeah. Oh man, it's a good thing I didn't cut the tip of my penis and cough on it. I would have gave myself syphilis.
Oh shit! You gave yourself cock COVID.
So they grab. What is it? Elijah Wood gets like an umbrella and bum rushes the teachers out the closet because he rams out there, and then the two of them bolt to get the fuck out of the teachers' lounge, and he eats shit in the hallway too.
And she just keeps running.
Oh, she just takes off.
Back.
Yeah, she's burning.
She's all like, "Fuck this guy! I'm out of here."
Like, watch me go fast.
She was Tokyo drifting, Tim. So then he comes back with his parents and the cops, and the teachers are all like, "No, there's."
I thought that the guy who was his father, from record, I thought he was a cop at first.
That would have made more sense if his dad was also a cop. Because
yeah, but then we don't have him in the movie for that long. But he usually, in this scene, when we first see him, he kind of comes off as a cop.
But he's just Elijah Wood's dad. So why is he here with the cop?
Well, because you're not supposed to be a cop being around a minor without their parents present.
Okay.
Wait.
Yeah, you can't question him without the parents' consent.
Okay, well, there you go then. So yeah, they bring him back to the teacher's lounge. They open up.
And I'm thinking the mom cheated because I'm looking at him and I'm looking at that mom like, how does fucking Tobey Maguire
Elijah Wood?
shit?
That's Daniel
Elijah
Radcliffe come out of that.
Woody.
Elijah McGuire.
Elijah Radcliffe. So yeah, no, they open up the closet and it's a Resuscitation Anne
Resuscitation
doll.
Annie.
Yeah. I thought it was Breathe the Betty.
No,
I've only known the Annie one.
oh yeah.
And then when you do the CPR, you're supposed to say, Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? That's the beat. You're supposed to do it too.
Really? And then it's staying alive. See, we're from different generations. That's why. For my generation, it's staying alive. For you, it's, I guess, that Michael Jackson obscure song.
Oh, yes, that obscure Michael Jackson song, Smooth Criminal.
Still one of my favorite inside jokes.
It's a deep cut.
Oh, man. So, yeah, no, they're like, look, it's just a stupid doll. Your son's dumb. Take him home now.
Big dumb idiot.
So takes him home, and the dad gives him a
They start going through his room for drugs. They rip apart his textbooks.
Yeah. See, look, they hide it in the fucking spine of the books. And I'm like, oh shit.
Did you do that, Tim?
No, I was smarter than that.
Yeah, I thought that was so funny. They clearly have no idea what drugs are or what they even look like.
He just rips the textbook in half. It's like, Dad, that's government property. It's like, fuck.
But what is funny is the mom already knows where the porn is.
That's his final punishment.
Because she points it out to the dad.
His porno. Get his porno. But no more flogging the bishop.
No more flogging the bishop.
To be that kind of young again, to think that the safest place that you can put shit is underneath your mattress. So innocent, so naive, and so young. Oh, God, right? To be that innocent.
Well, now I know I need to move my life savings.
Put it in the woods.
There's no woods out here, Tim.
Put it in the sand.
Go find a treed area, right? So yeah, next day, we have the students getting marched in for hearing tests, and the group gets back together to talk about what's going on. So this is when Elijah Wood's telling Stoke, like,
oh yeah, this is when the Creed song's playing.
Yeah, another
and
one.
I was like, damn, remember Creed? What are they doing nowadays?
That's a good question. The lead singer guy.
Six Flags.
What? Creed plays at Six Flags?
Maybe.
Probably.
I know the lead singer guy sucks.
Right?
So
Scott Stapp.
He's somewhere sucking. That's about all I can think of, though.
Oh, I also have in my notes, everybody's wearing Tommy Hilfiger in this movie.
Yeah.
It's with the tags prominently displayed. Those were like the ugliest clothes.
Had to be product placement.
Yeah, because multiple characters, even Stokely is wearing a Tommy Hilfiger shirt.
Which is funny, because she's supposed to be the goth, lesbian...
antisocial.
Yeah. But
yeah,
no,
she's wearing a Tommy Hilfiger shirt.
Wearing the same brand as the popular kids. God,
I always hated those clothes. They're so ugly. Tacky.
Yeah. So the advertising in the movie didn't work on you then, I guess.
No, clearly not.
You watched
the drugs saved me. Just like with this movie.
You watched this and you were like, wow, I want to be with Josh Hartnett.
I will not wear Tommy Hilfiger.
I will not wear his Tommy Hilfiger.
I have boundaries. I have rules.
That's good. You have limits. Tim would have wore it, but not just him.
Tim wore Tommy Hilfiger. Timmy Hilfiger. He had the knockoff.
Timmy Hilfiger.
No.
You weren't a designer?
At this point, at 30 years old, I was still like, no, if it's popular, I don't know.
Ever the rebel.
Did you have a goatee?
You get the Jon Stewart?
At one point, yeah.
I think every adult male during that time period had that goatee at some point.
Yeah, because they discuss whether this is like body snatchers or puppet masters, and Zeke and Maribeth are stealing lab supplies in the next room and overhear them talking about it. So then everybody kind of piles in. And
did you guys ever?
Okay, I'm sorry. I just had a sneezing fit. What is the point of stealing the lab equipment when we're going to find out what's going on at the end of this movie? Why is he doing that?
He needs more stuff for his drug operation in his garage.
He uses it to make his drug.
No. We find out, spoiler alert, what this is caffeine pills crushed up. You don't need a whole fucking Breaking Bad setup like that.
Caffeine pills and some household chemicals.
Okay, so instead of just being smart, like let's say like Daniel did, right? Because we all know that Daniel sold pixie sticks in school.
We're aware of
drugs, right? You can't get in trouble legal. For doing that.
Well, wait.
He's now going to take caffeine.
Was this like a week ago, or?
Yeah. Well, when he was younger, whatever 2 years past the
because I don't think as an adult you can go sell kids pixie sticks in a school and pretend it's drugs.
Hey, kid, want a pixie stick?
And when you're a kid and you're doing it to another kid, it's different, right?
I think that's what double jeopardy is, right?
That's exactly what it is. Ain't it, MacGuffin?
What that.
But all he's doing basically is crushing up those pills. Why put quote-unquote household ingredients into it where you're going to maybe send somebody to the hospital? It's caffeine pills. You're able to ingest it. Snorting it or doing anything else like that isn't going to be as bad as adding, I don't know,
because
drain cleaner?
It's supposed to be meth that he's making, and
It's not meth that he's making.
No, there's no way.
It's 100%. It's
caffeine pills, not Sudafed.
If you can make fucking meth with caffeine pills, guess how much caffeine pills
he's supposed to be
cost?
making meth, and it's not supposed to be caffeine pills. It's supposed to be Sudafed, but they don't do the real thing in the movie, clearly.
You're supposed to snort meth?
Yeah.
Well, you can start out doing that, I think, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
It's like in Fight Club when they give the recipe for napalm and it's gasoline and orange juice concentrate. They change one of the ingredients to make it not the real thing, you know?
What is it? Just regular orange juice?
Yeah, it's pulp free. No, it's styrofoam. Everybody knows that. So they all get together. They decide, like, okay, we need to go and find the bug thing, because clearly that's tied to it. So they go back into the science lab and the bug things are gone, and they're like, fuck.
I was gonna ask, did any of you guys ever read The Puppet Masters, the one that blatantly gets ripped off in this movie?
No. Well, they address it, like they mentioned the Puppet Masters.
I might have read it. Is it a short story or is it an actual book
from Robert Heinlein?
All right, then maybe not, yeah.
My favorite one's the one with the drill on the head.
What? God damn it, Eddie. It's Six Shooter. That's my favorite.
Yes, Six Shooter. I like Totem. Oh, man. So, yeah, then Jon Stewart comes in and he's all like, so what are you kids doing in class when you're not supposed to be there? And they're all like, oh, nothing, man. Just chilling out. What's going on with you? And he locks them in. He's all like, all right, kids, everybody just sit down. This is going to be...
Yeah, trust me, I went to Catholic school. That's never a good thing. When the teacher locks the room and pulls down the shade.
And he's all like, so what's going on? And then they give him, Zeke like sarcastically gives him the, hey, Dippy here thinks you guys are all aliens from the planet Alien. And you're here infesting all of us. And he's like, really? Okay. And he that's when he goes Catholic school on him. And shuts the door, closes the blinds. But Zeke, he gets a whiff of what old Jon Stewart's about to cook up. And he pops up, and this is when we get the trailer scene of him breaking the paper cutter blade off.
I did like that. Ever since I watched this movie, I can't look at a paper cutter the same way.
Yeah.
And I want to do that at some point. Just rip it off the hinges and just hit something with it.
Okay, Candice. Can't wait to see you at the parent-teachers meeting.
I'm starting to sweat. I keep looking over. Then I just scream and grab it.
Are you an alien parasite?
So then he takes a wild fucking swing at him and cuts off Jon Stewart's fingers. They fall on the ground. They start scurrying off. He's
best CGI ever.
He's made of aliens.
98.
So I guess when you get infected by them, you just get full of a bunch of those little.
Yeah, I think it
bugs.
like where each part of your body is autonomous and can be separated and become a separate entity.
So it's like a tapeworm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. So yeah, then Zeke grabs one of his drug pens, ampfuls, and sticks it right in old Stewart's eye. And you see
It starts frothing.
Yeah, it starts foaming and spewing out of there. He falls on his back, and then like Zeke gets the slicer arm again. He's like going to go back to take him out. Looks around the corner. The guy's just fucking like dissolved in a puddle.
Yep. Like that fucking android from Alien. Just all milky. Now, isn't it a weird fucking way to carry around drugs in a fucking big pen?
Yeah, and you see him like fiddling with it in regular scenes in class. And you can clearly see that it's the drug that he's just fiddling with in class.
And it's not easy, because also the way that they open it up is they open it up from the top.
Yeah, they unscrew.
Not like where you would take the part that you really have to like dig your fingernail underneath to open that shit up. Not the part where you pull the cap off and then like it would be empty and then that's where it would come out. I think it has to do with the fact that it doesn't really read well as a pen if you don't see the cap. But you would think that they would take the cap off, and like he could pull the cap off, then pull it out with his teeth and spit it out like a fucking grenade pin, and then jab them with it. But they're taking the top of the pen off,
the bottom,
not where the cap is. They're taking that little tab.
Yeah, I mean it is weird, but I think it probably has to do with being able to read on the camera. That would be my guess.
That makes sense. Yeah, because otherwise it's just like a straw. Basically.
It's just a stick.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, they notice his ass is dead, and Casey, Elijah Wood, he scoops up one of the errant bugs that falls out of his dead body, and he's like, "Hey, we're gonna need proof it's aliens," and they all run the fuck out of there. I'm like,
I do like this scene where they're like trying to walk calmly away, like nothing's gone wrong, but everybody's staring at them.
Yeah.
Well, it was both that nothing went wrong, and also like everybody's infested, so they're all hive mind. Like, no, they're the alien now. You know?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, pretty good. They're like, okay, everybody just we'll sneak by, get to Zeke's car, and get the fuck out of here.
His car too. We need to mention that.
Yeah, it was
drug dealer.
Yeah,
car,
wasn't it a GTO?
I don't know what it was. I just think it's really nice.
Well, no, because aren't we led to believe that his parents are like super
they're like
rich
taking tours of Europe.
Oh yeah.
I think it was like a 70s GTO. Yeah, it was a nice fucking car that they wreck at the end. So Robbie will know. Yeah, Robbie, let Tim know. He's concerned. And he also wants to know about the pens too. So maybe Daniel.
So, P.S. that.
You were the one selling pixie sticks. Maybe you could tell him why they did the pens now.
Oh yeah, no, Daniel could have doubled his profits if he put that in a fucking big pen. He'd be like, "You want this? You want the
paper or plastic?
Shit, or you want the good shit?" Yeah.
Oh man. So yeah, they get in the car, drive off, and then you see there's like a police roadblock with flares. And Zeke's all like, fuck this, and just takes a right. I guess then the cops don't chase him or anything.
Nope. Where are they going to go? Bunch of scared little rats in a cage.
Yeah, true. And we go to Zeke's house / lab.
His secret lab.
I swear to God, Tim, Zeke's lab was up there with like the lab that Walter and Gale had under the laundromat in Breaking Bad.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, why do you need all that shit? And look, maybe you're right that it's too far for the movie to be like he's making meth or something like that. But he has tons and tons of caffeine pills, and it's like, oh, be quiet. That's my secret. I figured that's all he's doing is just fucking cranking it up. You take caffeine pills. If you snort that shit, it's going to give you a little bit extra boost than if you're drinking it, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Sure. Yeah.
I just get really hyper.
I would imagine. Yeah.
Plus, he's flaunting it so much on school property. He has to have some kind of out where, yes, you know what? I'm not selling pornography. I'm selling copies of Wild Things. I'm not selling cocaine. I'm selling caffeine.
Perfect crime,
right?
Tim.
Yeah.
Stealing the lab equipment, though, you could probably get busted for.
That's going to get you in trouble, right? It's not the crime. It's the cover-up.
Yeah, no kidding, man. So yeah, they go to his lab and he's like, look, don't tell anybody what's going on in my lab here. There's sworn to secrecy, yada, yada. And yeah, like you said, was it Mary Beth?
Science starts happening.
Yeah. Oh God. Mary Beth sees the caffeine pills and is like, hey, is this your secret ingredient? And he's like, yeah, you didn't see that. Gets all butthurt, but yeah. When did he become
a biologist?
You can
just take a look at something and he's like, this is only a drone. There must be a queen. This is part of a hive mind. You can tell because blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Well, look, it's a good movie, but the leaps that these characters take to get to from point A to point B.
Oh, God, yeah.
And the whole time, spoiler alert, there's one of these people is an alien. Their whole plan, their whole intergalactic plan is being figured out by a bunch of dumbass teenagers in Ohio.
Yeah. That was one funny thing, though, that Elijah Wood's character brought up. The whole, like, well, why wouldn't you go through Ohio? People would expect you to go, like, Independence Day, you know? They'd be prepared for that shit. Just sneak in through the back door.
It's a classic Kevin Williamson script because of all the pop culture references in it.
Yep.
When did you become Sigourney Weaver? They're going to go all Independence Day.
Yeah. So they're doing the science and, like you said, figuring out that, like, it's a drone. What's the organ for being a hive mind, by the way?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, how do you know that? Just by looking at the thing?
Yeah. So you're a chemist because you're making drugs. You're also a biologist because you're doing this shit. And apparently
his mom did a movie about it, so he kind of knows.
Okay. Oh, you have to do the research.
Yeah, there you go. Then they start wondering, like you're wondering, Candice, well, what if somebody is infected? What if one of us is already an alien?
This gets kind of boring.
With them accusing each other?
And just wasting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So they get a petri dish full of blood. And then they get a wire and they heat it up.
And it goes,
oh, if only.
Ernie Hudson is one of the last ones standing.
One of the Internet Movie
Tim,
Database.
Did you say Ernie Hudson referring to The Thing?
Oh, yep.
Yes,
did I just do a Candice?
It's Keith David, you bastard.
That one you fucking picked up real quick on. Okay.
Show some goddamn respect. Too bad Usher's not more in this movie.
I know. You could do a lot more jokes about Richard Pryor.
It's a good thing he doesn't have a mustache.
No, you'd have to mistake him for LL Cool J because of the lack of the facial hair.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yep. Especially if he had a shaved head.
Yeah. He was in a couple of movies. So,
with Josh Hartnett?
They decide.
Halloween H2O.
Yep. Then they decide they're going to do the thing scene. Like, okay, well, do the drugs. And then for some reason, everybody's arguing. Like, he's like, oh, I don't get high on my own supply.
Every single one of them's got some kind of fucking
I have an allergy
excuse,
to
right?
aspirin.
At this point.
Well, she has an excuse. She's an alien.
The best excuse.
She says, yeah, I'm allergic.
Spoiler alert. Yeah. Can I just say something? It got me. I didn't know.
You didn't know she was nobody knew.
I thought it was Piper Laurie the whole time because like in the beginning of the movie is Robert Patrick who's going after, and then it's Piper Laurie on the other side of the door. She gets out, and then she gets killed by Piper Laurie. I'm thinking that's Piper Laurie. She's gonna have a bigger fucking role in this shit if she's in this movie. So I was kind of a little bit surprised when it turns out to be the fucking Southern girl.
Yeah, when it turns out to be the new girl. But we'll get there. So they're all like refusing for no good reason, most of them, to do the drugs, except for Elijah Wood. He's like, my life sucks.
Yeah. No, my favorite one is Starkey, where she goes, that's so 80s.
Yeah.
Guess what then? Stick it up your ass.
Oh, this is
right?
the 90s, so they always made fun of the 80s.
Yeah.
There was no 80s nostalgia yet.
Yeah, it's so 80s. I'm going to gag you with a spoon. Now fucking snort it, you bitch. Yeah, so they all do it except for Delilah and Maribeth at the end are like, oh, we don't, both of them, one, I'm allergic. The other one, I just am being a bitch. Whatever.
Constantly.
No, they all do it.
Till the end, right? Then when these two
right?
are supposed to do it at the same time, then that's when Delilah like flings hers and runs away and jumps in the getaway car.
That's the driver's education car.
That's right. Go. Yeah.
Because one of them was.
I'm like, why are they running away from these kids? They can spit these things out of their fucking faces, right?
Yeah,
Take
they
them
want to
over
infect
at this
them.
point.
They definitely don't want to kill them.
Right.
Because they don't want to bring attention.
Exactly. So yeah, she shows her little, and they do the CGI under the face thing.
Oh, with the leeches
swirl.
or whatever, the worms under their skin.
Yeah, the butt worms. I don't know what the fuck they are.
They look like slugs.
Yeah. The little
pink slugs.
Pink face slugs. So, yeah, you see them squirm around, and she's all like, it's inevitable, we're going to fucking win, and then runs away. So then,
and I was like, thank God.
Yeah, thank God she's gone. Oh, and then you get to see with Maribeth right after it comes like stumbling out of the house laughing like she did. Yeah,
this drug sounds fun because they're all just laughing their asses off. Dude has a gun pointed at his face, and he's laughing hysterically.
Yeah. Why is he giving up the gun? Once you pull a gun on somebody, like, you better do this, I'm going to shoot you in the head. You've escalated
the situation.
Yeah, they do it. You don't give them the gun and they go, well, I'm going to do the same thing, and finally do it, you're going to shoot me in the head.
I hold a gun to your head, Tim. Tim, do these drugs. You do it? Okay, here, now you hold the gun on my head, Tim.
And where did he get that gun from? That gun comes out of
sitting on his
nowhere.
table.
Zeke just bought a gun. It was the 90s, man. Every kid in high school had a gun.
That's true. Got a box of RoboCop cereal.
This was before Columbine, so.
The innocent days.
The good old
We weren't so harsh on kids having guns. No, this would have been a different movie after Columbine.
Oh, God, yeah.
Like, the worst thing that you brought to school was copies of Wild Things.
And Homemade Crank. So, then we got to the football scene. And holy shit. That's a great sequence, man. But, dude, the pyrotechnics like a fucking kiss.
At a high school football game?
Well, this is why the library has to close down. We need those
and not even like when they're doing the opening kickoff or, at halftime or something. Like, when a guy gets tackled, they just fire off pyros.
What? No, you mean the guy who gets clotheslined, which I think
I was
going to
ask
foul,
about this because
right?
I don't know anything about football. Yeah. Is it okay to clothesline somebody on the field?
No.
I learned that from The Longest Yard. Not The Longest Yard. Was it The Longest Yard? The one where Burt Reynolds in the prison playing football?
Worse News Bears. That's real fucking bad news. The kids are in prison.
The Bad News Chicago Bears.
That was Longest Yard.
Yeah, no, clotheslining, usually that's how you break somebody's neck. Or at least your arm, too. That's going to fuck up your arm.
You were right. You're not allowed to clothesline people in football.
Oh, okay. I mean, if you told me, yes, I'd believe you.
But it is fun, like the way that they're
silhouetted against the pyrotechnics in the background.
It looks fantastic.
And when they knock somebody down, they'll like stick one of the worms in their ears.
Yeah.
I love the sequence.
Are you ready for some football? Look, No. So, yeah, fucking crazy with the pyros and everything, right? But
although their plan of infecting people by tackling them is pretty good. That's
yeah.
working out in their favor.
Yeah, plus it's interesting the whole the way that they're beating the shit out of the other team because they're hive mind, So every member of the team is executing.
I'll tell you this: it would make me and my friends play hockey better, I'd do this
dropping
shit.
some worms in their ears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although this movie suffers the same disorder that all Hollywood movies do, where they're like, this is a small town in the middle of nowhere, but everything's like state of the fucking art, and the schools are huge and have like thousands of students. It's like, you have no idea what a small town high school looks like, do you?
Yeah.
Well, these kids are getting bussed in, right?
The school itself has an Olympic-sized pool in it.
Yeah, that's true.
This is not some small town in the middle of nowhere, Ohio.
That's right. This is a football town. This is not a fucking swimming
town. But they're
town.
just so rich.
That's a good question, Tim. Is there a swim town? Is there like a water polo town? Everybody goes out?
Yeah, some rich
the lacrosse town.
Right?
Yeah.
The polo town. We're a polo town. Yeah.
Those fuckers. I feel like we need to be rivals with them.
The polo town?
Yeah, and it's going to end
what's
up
our
having...
sport?
We're like the ragtag group.
Beating the shit out of polo boys?
Beating their ass. I feel like they're going to buy our rec center or something.
Oh, okay. We don't want those damn richers here.
Yeah, we got to... Candice. So yeah, the plan now is okay. The principal's clearly the queen for whatever reason.
Their conclusion there, because principals are always in charge.
Yeah,
because they're stupid kids.
Yeah, I guess that's how kids might think of it. Just this one guy's like, no, it's the shop teacher. He's not in charge of shit. Yeah, I just fucking hate him. So.
Yeah, nobody's looking at the janitor funny,
That's
right?
literally disturbing
They're
behavior.
classist.
Right, Candice?
Yeah, the janitor.
And disturbing behavior, yeah. It's a perfect place to hide out. Of course, you have to pretend you're a little simple, but,
For like 40 years.
For 40 Oh, that fucking movie.
Yo, those are some good bennies, though, right?
Yeah. Plus, you can make those radios that torture rats. That's kind of cool. What a weird move. Anyhow. So they lure her into the gym. Right? And then...
They use a net.
They wrap a volleyball net around her. Barely. Just barely around her. And they're like, all right.
Well, she struggles for like 10 minutes to get out of it.
Yeah. I mean, that's enough time for me to finish. But
yeah, come on, speed it away.
They're like, all right, do these drugs then. And she's like, no, I'll never do those drugs. They're like, well, you got to prove you're not an alien, bitch, so do them.
They hold a gun to her head, and at this point, I'm like, how many shots are left in that gun? I bet that bitch is empty.
Yeah.
Because they were shooting like crazy in the garage.
Yeah, that's true.
Except it's not.
Yeah,
because bam! They shoot her right in the forehead.
No, they fucking dome her.
That's some commitment, right?
Yeah. to just murdering somebody.
Escalating, do these drugs to shooting them in the face.
That's pretty rough, yeah. And then
we're all in it together now, right?
Oh, everyone has to shoot her, so that way all their hands are dirty.
Wait a second, I don't remember the end of it being like this. No.
It wasn't the hands that were dirty at the end of it.
No. So, but I do love that when she falls on the ground, they're like, you think we made a mistake? And then you just see a big puddle of blood form underneath.
Oh, shit.
Because the first time I saw it, I'm like, oh, fuck. They just killed the teacher. But no, she pops up and has those weird bug things coming out of the hole in her forehead.
Oh, it's gross.
Yeah. Looks pretty pretty
Oh,
yucky.
yeah, and this is when a thunderstorm starts whipping up in the movie. And I'm like, is it a real horror movie if the conclusion doesn't occur during a thunderstorm?
Well,
Have you even made a movie at that point?
plus they have to do the really bad CGI scene of the football team standing in the rain.
Oh, yeah, that was, ooh.
Yeah.
We'll get to-
I was like, so someone's gonna get hit by fucking lightning hanging
that
out
would
there,
be
right?
funny. Yeah, just take one of them out.
Oh, and I can think of one horror movie that doesn't have a thunderstorm in it. The
Oh,
Thing.
you got me. Well, there's a blizzard happening.
I guess that's like a frozen thunderstorm.
That's that's a snowstorm, thunderstorm.
Right now we're having a dry,
Push.
no thunder thunderstorm at my house. It's very lovely. I might grill.
It's great.
So
to sleep
yeah,
on,
then
yeah.
dumb fucking Mary Beth runs over and dumps the entire canister of the drug on her. Like,
At this point, I'm like, because at this point, I'm innocent.
you
I'm
don't
not,
know,
I'm
yeah.
not thinking she's doing it. 'Cause with that accent and those blue eyes, come on.
No one with
It's
blue
too
eyes
sweet.
can be a bad guy.
yeah,
Is Tim's philosophy.
never. Thank God I got blue eyes.
Blonde hair and blue eyes? No, come on. You
Yeah.
gotta trust people like that.
There's a guy who came up with a whole government that was kind of centered around that, Tim. It didn't work out, though. They're trying again, though. They're trying to bring it back.
They'll never give up.
Yeah, everything
Yeah.
old is new again.
Sure is. So, yeah, she dumps all the drugs on her, and then, of course, dead principal lady just dissolves. But it doesn't work because we have to send Stan out to check and see if the team got turned. Oh, and the game ended by now, too, by the way? So,
Yeah,
okay.
that clearly took a while.
Well, I got called because of
yeah.
rain. And at that point, the score was 55-3
Yeah.
in the first quarter.
It was like the game in Teen Wolf, huh, Tim? When the coach was trying to call it. What a piece of shit movie. Still mad about that movie. So yeah, old Stan
That's not
runs
this
out to check and see, and they give him 2 of the pens. He's like, okay, these are my last 2 pens of drugs. So good luck. Stan runs out there, runs over to the team that's all air bathing.
Yeah, they're just like standing in the field with their faces to the rain, and all the worms are squiggling out of
guess
their
what?
faces.
Yeah. Unless this motherfucker, this quarterback, who I think you need pretty decent vision
Yeah.
to be a quarterback, right? He has to get this close to notice that this team standing in the fucking rainstorm staring up at the fucking sky.
That's true. Yeah, he should have noticed that part and been like, "Huh, things are a little weird here."
Yeah, look, everybody's standing stock still, just
Hey, you know
looking up
what?
at the rain. No,
Hey, you
hold
know
on,
what?
let's
We
get
just
closer.
killed the principal. I'm good with not going anywhere for a day or 2. How about that? Maybe I'll just hide out.
It's probably a Friday
Yeah,
night.
hiding
Was the
out,
big
yeah.
game
Yeah. Nobody's
that whole weekend?
Friday night, the whole town is there, right? So there's a million different fucking people who could be the culprit.
I'm just saying, you got the whole weekend to hang out. Wait for this to blow over. You know, if you just killed the queen, you'll know.
And if you kill the teacher, this might be your last weekend
That's
before
right.
you're going to jail for the rest of your life. Or if it's Ohio, before you get fucking electrocuted, whatever they do there.
Oh God, yeah, that's a good point. Jesus, just kill all these kids. Fuck. Oh man, but no, old Stan runs out there, disappears, then he runs back and he's pounding on the door. He's like, "Let me in, guys! Let me in, quick! They're after me. It didn't work. They're after me." And Zeke's like, "All right, do this last drug of ours to prove you're not turned."
Oh, I dropped it.
No, he does it like on purpose. He just shows them. He's like, "Yeah, fuck you." Dumps it out. It's like, we're going to win anyway. You guys are all fucking losers. Oh, and this is when we find out Stoke has a crush on him.
Oh yeah, he's talking
Yeah.
about how you'll be beautiful.
He's like, "Hey, you know how you got kind of a dog face right now? If you come out
Great
here."
for that actress's self-esteem. I'm sure they cast her because she has a dog face.
I'm joking.
But you know that's why they cast her.
Yeah.
Let's just say she has
because everybody keeps talking about how ugly she is in this movie.
I know. I like her. Come on.
No, come on. They do what they look. She's not ugly by any stretch of the imagination. She just has an unusual look, okay? Not bad, but it's not what you normally see in movies. Same thing with the teacher, the English teacher, right? She has an unusual look.
Yeah.
Whatever the fucking Jameson.
Same as Piper Laurie. She's got
Famika Jameson.
Famke
Janssen.
Is that right?
Famika Jameson.
You know who I talked about, right?
Yeah. So, we find out he's one of them. And Zeke is gonna shoot at him, but what the fuck's the point? You know, just a waste of bullets. They're all pretty worried now because they're stuck inside of there. They're screwed. They don't have any more of the drug. And Zeke's like, "Oh, wait a minute! Actually, I got a bunch more of it."
Oh, wait! I'm a drug dealer.
Yeah,
I forgot I'm a drug.
Yeah. There's always more in the trunk.
Yeah. So, hey, how about you, nerd? You and me, we'll run out and get it.
Leave the women there.
Yeah, totally.
They're useless.
Right, yeah, they're women. What are they going to do? Their makeup? I mean,
going out in the rain. There's no point.
Right, yeah.
Oh, man. There was an earlier scene.
Give her a do-over.
There was a part in the beginning of the movie where the boyfriend Stan goes to kiss Jordana Brewster.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, this is 37-hour L'Oreal. It takes 10 hours or whatever to set. And I was like, that's such a trope in movies that they don't do anymore, where you can't like touch your girlfriend because you'll mess up her hair or her makeup or something.
And nowadays we just fuck them.
Now you just slap them.
Yeah, slap them around. That's right. Yeah. The women used to be like souffles a lot.
If you touched them, they deflate.
And then they're worthless.
That's just age.
Oh. Oh man.
Yeah, but we should add that to the tropes.
Yep, add that
movie
to
tropes
the tropes
that should come back.
You can't touch them because of makeup.
Or hair, or clothes.
Or hair, yeah. Or restraining orders. Consent laws.
But yeah, they leave the women to do their makeup in the gym, not out in the rain so their hair doesn't go flat.
Yeah, but they do. I do love that when they get outside, Elijah Wood's character is like, wait a second, how come we need two of us to go get the drugs? And Zeke's like, oh, we don't. You're a distraction. Now run away.
You're a decoy. And then he sees the football team and they start chasing him, and they're all still in their helmets. Their helmets and their pads. They're still wearing their full football uniforms, all
Not
of
only
them.
that, but Stan has put on a football uniform. It's just like, why? He's like, well, I gotta be part of the team, right? Like,
this is our uniform.
Yeah. This is our chasing Elijah Wood uniform. Oh, man. So he gets to his car, though. He gets his drugs out, shuts the trunk. Wouldn't you know it?
Famika Jameson appears.
Famika Jameson.
I loved her in X-Men.
She shows up. And Tim, it turns out she's hot.
Could you believe that?
Wow. Yeah. Imagine that. Yeah. Take all those glasses, give her a little bit of haircut.
It's her she's
different clothes, have a whole new different attitude.
And he's all like, hey, you want some drugs? She's like, no, I want something cherry flavored.
I want those cherry flavored things.
Like, shit. Well, I'm fresh out of that. Sorry. Oh, man. So, yeah, then he tries to get away from her. She jumps into the side of the car. He wrecks his awesome car.
The car, yep.
And decapitates her.
but the head and the body are like trying to get back together.
Oh yeah, then the head gets the little tentacles that come out of the bottom of it and are crawling away toward the head. And he's like,
Which is like feeling around trying to find it.
He's just like, yeah, fuck this, and leave. Yeah.
Smart move, right?
Yeah, you probably don't want to stick around. I don't think it's going to go well. Oh, man. So meanwhile, this is when Mary Beth's trying to talk Stoke into turning into an alien. She's like, we're all pretty much fucked. Or she asks her, how did Puppet Masters end? She's like, I don't know. I didn't read the end. No. She goes, oh, they win. Like, well, fuck. And then Mary Beth's like, well, maybe it's better that they win in your story because maybe they're smarter than you. And maybe you guys just keep fucking everything up with
You're
your
miserable all the time.
shows and your fucking the goddamn MILF Manor. Oh God, Bill Maher, like all that shit. You keep fucking. If you were just us, then you'd be a hive mind, so it'd be all good, and you could probably fuck. Considering how you look,
you'd be beautiful instead of your dog face.
Wait, can you fuck as part of a hive mind?
It's masturbation.
I mean, literally, Tim, all that happens is the queen gets fucked all day. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding. It sounds good. Where do I sign up?
Well, you got to tell your husband. He's the first person you got to sell on it.
Yeah.
Don't tell him.
Tell him that itching that he has on his crotch because you read it in a book.
Caught it from the book.
Got it from the book. But then Mary Beth does a tentacle arm and punches Stoke.
Punches her straight in the face.
Whack! Right in the dog face.
This got me. I'm surprised. I'm sorry.
She's not unattractive.
No, she's not. But it's just so funny because this movie is like, what a piece of shit. She doesn't deserve to live.
Clearly, she has no value.
Well, what they're doing with her is they're doing the same that they did with Ali Sheedy.
I had the exact same thought.
Yes.
Giving her weird haircut and dark fucking eyeliner and dark eyeshadow, and that's it. She's
until the end of the movie. When she starts wearing pastel.
Yeah, which wears pastel and bleaches her hair. Oh, God. The ending is terrible. How everybody has to do a 180. That's how you be yourself. Anyhow.
We know you're not really an outsider.
Conforming.
Right.
We know you're not really an outcast. Just fucking stop pretending.
Yeah. Shut up and fit in.
You just
don't conform to like an alien from some other place. Conform to us. That's the message of this movie. No, so yeah, she gets punched in the fucking face. Then this is when Mary Beth changes form, and you're like, oh shit, she's the queen. And Tim dropped his popcorn.
I was surprised. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not going to front and say, I'm not going to do a Candice and go, I had this shit figured out from as soon as she showed up.
No, it was a good twist.
That's not a real town.
Yeah, no, it was a good twist. So she chases Kathy to their Olympic pool and dives in, turns into this big, crazy CGI monster.
Which doesn't look great when it's full CG, but when you shows the close-ups and it's practical, it looks 10 times better.
Yeah,
yes. Once it gets into the water and once you see it underneath the bleachers, it's good.
Yeah. So then, we knock Stoke out, drag her ass into the water.
Oh, Stoke loses her fucking teeth, right?
She slams her face straight into the tile.
Yeah, and now she'll never be beauty queen.
It'd be funny if she looked up, she had them.
Oh, no, see? Yes. No, this is how she gets the makeover, right? She busted her jaw, she knocked all her teeth out, she shattered her cheekbone, she broke her nose, and her eye sockets out. She gets some plastic surgery, and she comes out.
While you're in there, you might as well,
Give a little touch up.
Give me value as a woman.
Can you make it less dog-like?
Then I won't have to be a lesbian.
I can be. That's terrible. Oh, God.
Yeah. The late 90s, early 2000s were great times.
Yeah, not good. Not particularly woke back then. Thank you.
No.
So then shifts back into her, but naked, and I'm like, all right, now we're getting somewhere.
With no nipples.
Okay, now I have a question here. Because I was like, they're doing some kind of CGI shit, right? They put her head on, like, it looked like it's somebody else's body almost.
Yeah, that was my body. I was a body double in this movie.
Oh, wow, Eddie. Way to go. You were curvaceous.
It's a good thing I didn't notice there were no nipples. I was just like, I was going to say, nice asset.
Got that bubble butt.
Man. So then Zeke comes running in, and he sees Mary Beth and Stoke, and they're both like, she's the alien. And he's like, oh, okay. Hey, why are you naked?
Kind of a giveaway.
Yeah.
She's like, what's wrong? Don't you like my body?
Yeah. Don't you like my body?
I'm getting used to it myself.
Yeah. And she just goes,
can you stay in this form? Or
that's a
can
good
you turn into
question.
Angelina Jolie?
That'd be my question.
Hey, yeah, that's a good. You could just turn into any form, right? Because that wasn't a body that it took over.
That's it. You got me. I'm sorry. I'm part of the
There you go,
now.
Tim. Oh, man. So, yeah, then Stokes, we also find out, has been changed, too, because he goes to swing on Mary Beth, and Stokes knocks the shit out of his hand. So now it's just Zeke and Casey, and they're in the locker room. Zeke's getting tossed around. He gets fucking knocked out. So then we're down to just the nerd.
Is he going to save the day?
Spider-Man. He does. He does a Spider-Man thing here. He's fucking jumping all through those fucking...
Well, the coach said he was good at running, right? He just said,
when he's being chased.
Only when I'm being chased.
When you're being chased,
Oh, and she gives up this weird, like, Blowfield monologue about how, like, why she did it. What the fuck? Like, we were in a planet that was made of water.
And it started to dry up.
And
like
it dried up. Like your cooch. Thank you. Well, maybe if you were the queen of the hive over there.
I thought you were enjoying this movie.
See, the problem is Josh Hartnett isn't on there right now, so...
Yeah, exactly. Take him out of the movie, what am I supposed to watch?
Yeah. Okay. It's the hair does it for her. So then, this alien escaped, came down to our planet, noticed that we're made out of water. So it's like, hey, I'll just control these.
So is this the only one? Is she the last? Is she like the fucking Superman of her planet?
That's what it
She's
seemed
the last
like.
one.
So yeah.
So does she have a spaceship?
Yeah, she's got a spaceship.
I assume so. Wait, do you think maybe she can like turn into like the tardigrades and she can survive in space, but she's all dried out? And then she lands on Earth. Water drops on her.
Fucked up things, yeah.
That could be cool.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And then she infect a girl from Atlanta.
Well, she can shapeshift. Maybe she shapeshifted into a rocket.
Oh, that makes more sense. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, that's
yeah.
Terminator
Oh, yeah.
thing.
See, that's it. It was the Terminator. See, he was the ship. Did the liquid metal was the ship. There you go. No, none of that happens. So anyhow, he runs into the gymnasium, runs over to the bleachers, runs underneath them, and hits the automatic shut for the bleachers.
You already know you're a rich school when you have an automatic shut on your bleachers.
Yep.
Oh, man, yeah. This is like some kind of like fucking drug town, right?
Yeah, where's the fuck is all this money coming from?
That's a good. They didn't have money for anything except for football, but then they got these fucking bleachers.
Yeah, that's right. They can't go on a fucking school trip to New York. There's no fucking money for the library. You got Selma Hayek running that whole school. She's the only fucking nurse. But you get automatic fucking bleachers, Olympic-sized swimming pool, and a fucking
not to mention, you just have like 75, 80-gallon fish tanks empty, just around for no reason. And you're just changing the water on them every other day, just willy-nilly, Tim.
Shit gets expensive.
I like Candice's idea before that they were trying to
maybe we do need to defund the high schools, man. Getting a little,
give more money to the cops.
And the cops could have taken care of this instead of Elijah Wood. Because Elijah Wood jumps through the end of the bleachers. Mary Beth Puppet gets stuck in the bleachers and crushed.
Oh, and then this turns into a very different movie.
Yeah,
because she gets stuck, and Elijah has to help her out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He goes up. He's like, "Oh wait, I can either kill you or I can try to get behind you and push you out."
Well, that's when Zeke shows up.
First, I'm going to try to pull. Wait, that's not working. Let me try to push. Wait, let's try to do a combination of both. No, wait.
No, he doesn't end up fucking her. He grabs
Worm Man.
Wilf, worm I'd like to fuck.
Oh God! I'll show you who's a real night crawler.
Ew.
Oh God!
Do you secrete slime?
Oh God! Your casing or mine? Because they live in
your pupae or mine.
Yeah. So then he does the big action movie scene line, guaranteed to jack you up, and stabs her with a bunch of the pens. And then she shoots on his face a bunch of cum.
Yeah, she's like,
Yeah.
Would you say she squirts?
She snowballs some of those worm things in his face. And they like burrow a little ways into his skin. And he makes that good Elijah Wood, like I'm in pain Frodo face.
And scream, his high-pitched squeal.
Yeah. Like, ee!
Only spiders can hear it.
And then, alien puppet dies. The things fall out of his face, and he can go on to be the coolest guy in.
They were all right. Everybody who had a guess, whatever was going to be necessary to fill this movie along, were 100% right. Kill the main queen, and everybody else goes back to normal. Like, nothing ever happened. No murders. No whatever the fuck that coach is doing to that football team.
In the epilogue, we find out about that, Tim. Because now Casey is the biggest celebrity in America.
So how? That doesn't make any sense because they're like some crazy people are saying that aliens or extraterrestrials had something to do with this. Government official says nothing at all. What's the official story?
Drugs in the water. Guarantee you they say drugs in the water or mass hysteria.
So then how is Casey the hero? How did he save the school? What's his story of how he saved the school? What's his official thing that's not going to get him fucking locked up in Gitmo or some other fucking place?
Maybe nobody believed him and it turned him into a maniac, Tim.
No, that press is yammering for him. Yeah. And it's not the first time because she's like, they're back.
Oh, yeah, because his girlfriend's Jordana Brewster.
Yeah.
The supposed hottest girl at school is his girlfriend now.
Yeah, upgrade, yeah. And she's back. She doesn't have her glasses on, fellas. She did a little work today in front of the mirror before she came to school.
She's been throwing up all of her meals. She looks great. Zeke is a football guy now.
Yep.
Yeah, no, that doesn't work. You can't do that shit.
Just in one.
You can't just get on the fucking football team.
You can just in 1 month become the starting on the varsity football team in your high school.
Yeah.
Oh, so wait a second. All right, so wait, I got it. So the school got a nice little boost because while they were controlled by alien hate minds, they went on like an 8-game winning streak.
Oh.
So to keep that going, they don't have the alien mind anymore. So get the guy with the fucking drugs on the team so he can boost the whole fucking team up, right? They're checking for steroids and not checking for caffeine.
See? In his lab, he can make his own steroids, Tim.
If only he used that for good.
But he did use it to fuck the English teacher because
Oh yeah, that's his other happy ending. He got on the football team, and the hottest teacher at school is his girlfriend.
Yeah, so
now she's hot. Now she's not secret hot anymore. Now everybody knows she's hot.
Oh, and Stan ends up with Stokes. Ew.
It's okay because she's hot, Candice. There's no problem.
Yeah, Candice. No, Candice, he's a guy. It's not like he's a girl. That'd be gross.
You remember the Saturday Night Live sketch where they did, I don't know who it was, but that was a thing where he was in court, in the courtroom. I think it was supposed to be I think it was Pete Davidson. And they're like, what happened the next day at school? It's like, just everybody called me a hero. People were asking for my autograph. It was Pete Davidson. I just remember that. Just the way I just delivered that line. Yeah. How did you feel the next day? Like the best day of my life ever happened? I was like hoping it was happening a million times again.
Oh, and so Stan also got Stokes.
And she's wearing all like fucking purple.
Yeah, now she's all fucking pasteled out. Blonde hair. She doesn't have that
Turns out all
eyeliner
she needed
anymore.
was a good dickin', and it straightened her right up. Right, Candice?
She's not a lesbian anymore.
This is Ohio. Did they send her one of those
they did.
Virgin camp.
That's literally the plot of But I'm a Cheerleader, which she is in. Is that she's in one of those camps. Yeah. That's literally the plot. So this is a secret prequel.
It could be, right?
And who else? So all the guys get to fuck who they want to fuck, and all the girls
get to be pretty.
Yeah. Oh, happy ending. All right. It's what every girl wants, right? To be pretty enough that some guy wants to fuck you.
That's
late 90s, baby.
Well, what a terrible. Oh, but they do. Then you do see them running other kids nuts into a telephone pole.
Because some things never change.
Yeah, because nothing changes, and now that's not me. So I'm not going to use my newfound power or
to try to stop
savior of the world to stop that from happening. Yeah, it's not me anymore.
Not going to start up some sort of a foundation about bullying awareness. Or no, that's okay. He's fucking.
He's fucking Jordana Brewster. He doesn't care about that shit anymore.
He's about to go be a hobbit. He didn't give a fuck.
So, like I said, that's a nice sounding name, Jordana Brewster.
Yeah. Well, you can change your name to it if you want to. So, Candice, definitely a recommend.
Oh, definitely. This is a fun movie.
Oh, yeah. So much fun. Total recommend. And Tim, you had some fun watching it?
100% recommend. I was really surprised how much I liked this movie. Even to the point where the bad CGI didn't really bother me that much. So I liked the movie enough where I was like, at this point, what do you want? It's not 2012.
Yeah, it's almost like it's a good movie to get high and watch.
Yeah, that's true. Let's go do that right now.
Some nice nudity all the way at the end. So,
No, I got to watch, I think I'm going to watch Mithrigan tonight.
What the hell is that?
The one with the little doll?
Let's figure it out. Aren't you fucking part of Mensa? You don't know what he's talking about?
Yeah, Mithrigan.
Mithrigan.
I think I'm going to try to watch that tonight. That sounded fun.
It's like another podcast. Always called the Scream 5 Cream because they made the S a 5.
All right. So, Candice, anything you want people to pay attention to on the internet?
Nope. Still just here. Sorry, I got a dog attacking my face.
It's all good. What about you, Tim?
I think there's some mini bins that are going to be coming out pretty soon. Other than that, just join our Patreon, give us 5 stars on review, join the Discord for free, and then you can see if you like the Discord. Then you can see if you want to pay money to join the Patreon and get all the other good access.
Exactly. Right? Yeah, the Discord.
Do any other podcasts have Discords for free? I don't think so. I think you have to pay. They're all gatekeeper motherfuckers.
Yeah, I
right?
think you got to pay for most of them. We don't value our company, so it's free.
But if you come in and you're crazy,
that will happen.
We will verbally abuse you.
No fucking.
Yeah, first I will abuse you, but then we'll probably kick you out. So check us out on Patreon at patreon.com/bloodybits to get access to the blood bank with now. Holy shit! How many does it have now? 3,800, almost 4,000 movies on it. Yeah. You can watch MILF Manor.
Come on, make like it's
you watch MILF Manor, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You can watch all sorts of terrible, crazy shit. There was a bunch of them I was looking at the fucking titles of and what they were, the movies. Oh my God, they look like complete trash. I can't wait to watch them. 5-Headed Shark Attack.
I've seen that movie.
Did you see 6-Headed?
Nope, I haven't seen that one.
Well, you got to check that out. That's the sequel.
Which is the new one where it's like fucking shark?
Oh, yeah.
Sharkstercist.
There's 90210 Shark Attack. The Beverly Hills.
Oh, does it have that guy in it? The guy from the regular fucking Sharknado movies? Because he was in 90120.
Oh, that'd be funny.
Now that's extra meta.
That would be very funny.
Don't know. I'll have to check that one out. You can check it out too at patreon.com/bloodybits. And you get access to our bonus episodes. Just did one on the menu. You guys just did your high-minded episode. And we've got more to come. So, I think that's about it for what I have to promote. Always check out Grind Bin, everything I learned from movies and
Mustachioed
Podcastio,
of course.
Yeah.
Not Vaughn's
podcast, though. Forget about that one.
You can go to hell.
Yeah.
You can go to hell, you die.
And that's how we end it. Goodbye.